Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Dear God, where are we?
We're here. Good job, everybody.
Good job, everybody. You survived the week.
We did. We survived so long. Is wonderful. I had good times and bad times and all the different times, and it looks like our net is being somewhat stable today, which is pretty good. If it doesn't stay stable throughout the stream, we're not gonna acknowledge you at all if it goes out.
Yeah, like if it goes out, you guys are gonna just have to deal with it.
You just have to wait. You have to wait until we have the VOD. We're not gonna look at you. Not even gonna check you out. We're not gonna pretend like you don't exist.
We're coping.
Absolute.
Cope.
But yes, we are going to be playing some Kingdom Hearts today. How was everybody's week? Anthony, how was your week off? I haven't talked to you in a bit.
It's fine.
It's fine. You're doing good. Having a good time.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Enough chatting with Anthony. Let's get I'm done. That was my quota. I don't have to do it anymore.
No.
Now we speak to Gilgamesh.
Now we speak to Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh.
How was your week, Gilgamesh?
We're gonna switch us over to the room. Here we are, going over, having a good time. It isn't showing the room for some reason. There it is. It showed it now. Everything's great, wonderful, great job. Yeah, we are here in the room. You guys remember the thing that happened last time where we never went anywhere further than this little square that's on the screen? Nobody went any further than where we are standing. No, that's not true. Yeah. Technically, Muna went outside of the square. Muna went the furthest out of everybody yesterday. Or not yesterday, last time. That being said, anybody want to volunteer to tell us what happened last time? I'll roll the dice. Yeah. Here I go. I'll roll Emerald's dice. That means Emerald is 1, and that means that Gilgamesh is 4. That's a 3! Let's go! I mean, Zarel, it's you today.
Every day my life suffers everlasting. And they rip out my teeth at the doctor, and yeah, I had to show up.
It shouldn't take long. Should be a pretty easy.
It's a pretty short explanation of what happened. The team showed up, and they first found where is it? It's over here. Ignore that it's doing a fucking Kamehameha pose. This fucking gigantic.
I forgot we stacked them.
Yeah, they're stacked then. They're stacking. This big guy. And Mr. Coglico was not very much in control of it. In fact, he was running like a fucking pussy the entire time. And as they're good, generous Samaritans, we all volunteered to beat the shit out of it. And it beat the shit out of us a whole lot.
It's got these big stompers.
Those stompers are made for stomping. And then after it was beat up, we were left with the weird dragon dogs that Coglico kept spawning and having no control over.
1-1.
1-1. I mean, it's a dragon. I don't know. His
Dragon 1-1.
It's still here, and for a moment Gilgamesh is like, I'm going to beat you until you stop breathing, and then he was going to do that, but then he realized the dragon, damn it, I can talk to these things. And then he had a deep, heartfelt conversation with it, which really mostly meant this thing didn't exactly choose to be kind of, you don't really choose to be a Heartless. It was saying, it's doing a siege. It has to basically follow the control of, the biggest darkness in the room, which in that point was Coglico. And Gilgamesh, after some deep introspection, went, "Not on my watch. She lets me go super dark mode," and then he did that. No, I'm not going to elaborate on that. You're just gonna have to take super dark mode and roll
Super
with it.
dark mode. It's like whenever you really don't want your eyes to look at something at the night on your phone.
Yeah. He went super dark mode, and using the power of his inner darkness, of which he has many, he managed to, just for a moment, get this thing to stop listening to Coglico for 5 fucking seconds. And doing with its newfound will, it bit him and left. Goodbye. Now apparently his name is Sif now.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody named it.
Sif.
Yes.
After that, we very inconspicuously show to Coglico and go, hey, we're gonna wrap a chain around you and start hitting you with eyes. Please don't make any comments about what we're doing.
We're definitely still on your side.
We're definitely still on your side. We're just actively restraining you for your safety. At which point he goes, hey guys, what the fuck? As one would do after having that happen to you. And he mentions stuff about his plan being almost ready, and we have to aggressively try to decipher, not like we did it, no, but he was not being very clear either about his 7 lights and 7 darknesses. He likes the number 7 a fucking lot. But eventually he realizes, wait a fucking minute, that's a dragon and you're the prince. This shit solves itself. Time to bite my own hand and turn into God.
He went full Eren Yeager on us, guys.
It's like,
Yeah,
you're
he
a
was-
Cherished
I mean-
and you're a dragon. I can just win now by eating you.
Perfect math. And we fought him. Fun fact, whenever he eats, dose of Cherished or Dragon nature, specifically, he get bigger. This will not come into any consequence later, I assure you, I promise. We also found that little ball that he had in his head, which apparently was not his brain, but a little guy. I will talk about the little guy in following moments. Where's the little guy?
He's
Yeah,
over
there's
here.
the little guy.
Over there.
So when this guy originally showed up, he was not immune to his own fire, because turns out that he was a dog shit dragon. But then he ate Zarel, and then it was fine. He was doing great after that. And then Gilgamesh went inside as well to get Zarel, and that wasn't a very thought out plan either.
And he was left there alone because Muna was dead.
Hibiki was so cold and alone and freezing. And
I wasn't dead. I just had no mana.
yeah,
Basically
it's
dead.
the classic D&D. It's the classic the D&D fatigue. I have to go over here now and watch the cars fly. And after at least several hours of towing in and out of his mouth, several helps from a gun, not only from Hibiki's gun, but from the guns from our good old friends at the Tor squad, at the Peacekeepers, Peace Takers, and also now Dragon Takers. After Boya showed up, after she fucking ran at like 1,000,000 miles per hour, because remember, each round takes 6 seconds, so really, the time that it took her to run these kilometers was maybe like 6 minutes total. Maybe less.
She was doing that big old darkness sprint the entire time too.
Because it's like, give me a moment. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And each one's 6 seconds. So we'll just multiply that by like at least 5. So that's just 30 seconds. And it took her around 3 rounds. So I multiply that by 3. That's 90. It took her a fucking minute to do that. With a little bit more to spare, a minute and a half. The point is, she showed up. And, the fact that she wields a Keyblade makes her very good at defeating Heartless, which is very helpful for us as well, since Gilgamesh was being devoured as we were speaking. And with the power of, I would like to say friendship, some might disagree, Motherfucker blew the fuck up. He gone forever. We hope. God bless America. He let out a big heart, with which all of the apparently the souls that he touched by his existence, which is sad. I mean, it's not sad that he touched souls, but it's sad the way that he did it. You'd want to do that like in a normal way, like going to charity and doing a soup kitchen. No, he was just fucking diddling random people to turn them into shadow people. Speaking of that, we're gonna find out what exactly that means for all of them. And furthermore, after we beat it, we found this long-ass guy.
It's a longman.
It's apparently some sort of nobody. I don't think we have that vocabulary. We just know it as a long guy.
Mr. Longman. You guys heard the term nobody before a long time ago, and you guys did guess that it was potentially a nobody.
Get it?
All right.
Long time ago? Because he's long?
And Longman was very interested in Little Guy. It was very happy to receive Little Guy. It was a huge thing for it. We presume that the Little Guy is some sort of lesser nobody.
They have the same symbol on their heads, so ye.
I am doing my best. I don't go here.
That's fine. You're going here now.
You're doing great for not knowing anything of Kingdom Hearts.
Every time that we've been in these games and something happens with Kingdom Hearts, everyone's like, "Oh my God, Long Dick Johnson!" And I'm like, "Who the fuck is Long Dick Johnson? And why do we all know him?"
Well, it's Long Dick Johnson. He's called that because he has a long dick. Hence the name.
You have two games like that. Like with Digimon, it's like, oh yeah, it's Blorbomon and Blorbetmon. Yeah.
No, they're all named like Andromon and Super Evil Deathmon, and I'm like, oh, okay, I can figure out what these guys do.
You're not wrong.
Thank you for the tier 5, or not tier 5. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Ironclad Golf. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. But yeah, he wanted a little guy.
He wanted his little guy, and in exchange, we learned two things. We had an idea that some kind of silver figure was stealing words, but this guy kind of very much put it out to us after we tried to communicate using drawings on the ground. This fella's been stealing images and other sorts of stuff, and it was
what?
pleased by. No, we can say images now.
Yeah, you can say them now.
Yeah.
He gave you guys the ability to say them again.
It's like, you know what? You guys are cool. You can
right after you found a word you can use.
He nearly stole another thing, and I guess maybe it depends on us thinking the word as he leaves with it. Maybe, who knows?
Who knows, man?
We have it now.
And after that, we managed to convince it. With privileges, we asked it to. We asked it to find us a Cherished egg somewhere around here. Who knows where it could be? And it zooped right in, broke a window, broke that place that we definitely don't know, and he brought it back. We have a white egg now. The white lion's safe. He's not food tonight.
Hell yeah.
And I think that's everything. Anyone can fucking correct me if I'm not. I don't know. My teeth hurt. I could be playing under tennis right now.
He is just at this point still sitting here, holding on to his little guy, just kind of vibing for now. You guys at the moment are at a position where the night is yours. You have won the night. You can do whatever it is you wish to do, head off to any directions. You guys know that within a couple of minutes, Tor and the rest of them will be here. So if you want to ask any questions or do any things without Tor and the others kind of seeing or knowing, you can do that. Or if you want to wait for them to have them be caught up on everything, you definitely can as well. With all that being said, though, you guys will come back out. I gave you guys stuff for beating them up, right? You guys got your
we got a big chest. We can open it.
We got a big chest.
I was more talking about your command boards.
I don't think you did.
We didn't do command boards?
We did not.
Oh.
No, I don't think so, no.
Oh, well, it's time for command board.
Command board moment.
Command board of the day.
We are gonna go down here to the command boards. First things first, because you guys have defeated a great enemy, you guys are going to be given one more
Little kiss.
stat point.
Oh, okay.
Each of you are going to be getting one stat point to any of the things of your choice. We are currently at, I believe, 6 as the highest because of the time you guys went and talked to the bell. So you guys can put a stat point in anywhere you guys wish to do so. Also, starting with Hibiki, you can choose one of your little commands to get rid of, one of your little commandos, one of your little squares.
This one.
You're gonna choose this one.
Yeah.
Let's see if it's anything important.
I doubt it.
Nope. But you freed up a space. That's good. That's good. Nice job. Nice job. Next, Muna. Get over here to your command board. You are gonna have to not have symmetry for a bit. Choose one of your darkness squares and get rid of it.
This one.
Okay. It is a regular darkness square of no consequence, but you now have a spot open. Congratulations. Good job. Good job. Zarel.
Here.
This one here.
Yeah.
You get a Tringle.
Tringle.
Mana.
You get a mana. You're gonna gain
Mana.
1 extra mana onto your pizza board. Good job.
The pizza board is breaking repeatedly, but I do appreciate it.
And finally, Gilgamesh.
Yeah.
This one here. You're going very practical with yours, and I respect it. And you get rewarded with an extra square you can get rid of.
Practicality.
Mine's pretty practical.
That is true. Yours is also very practical.
Cool space.
I just like holes.
Bloop. Bloop.
I
There you
also
go.
just like holes.
I love holes.
It's facts.
It's about sense.
Yes, you guys got a large chest for defeating them, though, right? Correct?
Yep.
Yep.
Over there on the corner.
It's over here, and you
Maybe.
put it
So I'm
away,
opening that.
you put it away in your box.
We
In
all
In your
we'll
box
divvy it up
box?
later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your
Along with the
box
other
box
treasure
that
chests
gets
we found.
boxes for box. Have you guys all
Mhm.
chosen where you're putting your extra stat?
Yep.
Where are you throwing yours at, Emerald?
It comes up a lot.
Hey, insight's good.
It comes up a lot.
Muna, where are you putting your extra stat point?
Let's see.
It's right here.
Let's put it.
Take a fucking stick.
You can put it there if you want, up to 6.
Oh. Boop.
Yeah.
Zarel, where are you throwing yours?
You know what? I like to think this was a learning experience. I think it's finally time.
We're
Put it
getting
into-
rid of one of the negatives in insight.
No.
Now you only have a -3.
Have you guys ever played Spore and finished the cell stage, and like the last thing that happens is that you get a little brain cell, and it's the smallest fucking thing that's ever
Yeah. Yes.
Gilgamesh, where are you putting your final one?
Possessors are fucking rude, but strength.
Heck yeah.
You don't need to worry about Possessor if you can beat the Possessor to death.
That's true.
It's fine. I'll just kill it with a door again. It's fine.
It's very,
Just
very
use a
true.
door to kill
Very,
it.
very, very true.
That's adorable.
Ba-ba-ba-ba. Yes, good job, good job, good job.
Yeah, fucking.
While they're removing squares, we're removing them because every time they have a significant fight, they are gonna have more of their command board open, whereas they put all their items and thingies, which is pretty good. And because they just defeated a boss, they got an extra stat point. Very good, very good. And also, the final thing we will do, currently, as you guys have now completed that thing there, we will have you guys replenish your mana.
Muna rejoice.
Muna, you now have access to all of your pizza.
All right, now the symbol of depression is the symbol of flour. It will be the symbol of flour. Hold on.
With all of that being said, thank you guys for giving us a little bit of time to get through that. Another question was asked earlier.
You are my special.
Will we see AU? This is an AU. This is AU Kingdom Hearts. There's nothing in the actual Kingdom Hearts you will ever find here. That being said, now that we are here, you guys have all major gotten your fight on. You guys have all kind of gotten your breath back, so that you can continue doing whatever it is you wish to do. You guys have the next little bit of time to yourselves and to Booyah. You guys have a couple of twerking monkeys over here doing their thing.
They're still twerking?
No, they're fine. They're not twerking. They stopped twerking around the time they got hit with the giant feet.
Wait,
Oh,
that
God.
can't be right. They can't be fine and not twerking.
That's true. That's true.
Shut up,
They're
Will.
twerking again.
God damn.
I'd like to know. Muna, Gilgamesh, Hibiki, and Zarel, you guys have gotten your second win. You guys feel your magic return to you after defeating a powerful foe. All of your allies are surrounding you. What is it you would like to do before the peace takers show themselves? Or you could just wait for the peace takers.
Muna's going to, if I recall right, Muna wants to go into the mansion and check on people.
You definitely
Yeah, I mean-
can do so. Most of the people you guys know, most of the people were running scared away from this place. A lot of the people who were downstairs especially had ran the fuck out of here, and you expect a lot of others have done the same.
True, but always best to check. Besides, I might need to wink wink check the kitchen wink wink later.
You
Wink.
definitely can.
Are you hungry? Yeah.
You want to make your way toward the kitchen?
We.
Not yet. I want to go upstairs first.
Well, you're gonna head off to the manor is the main thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Later.
Muna's going to the manor. Gilgamesh, you were talking.
There's a treasury in there.
There is a treasury in the kitchen area.
Do I want? Yeah. I think it's time to get the boxes out and start stuffing them with treasure.
Well, you need to
You-
get the boxes open first.
You and Muna are making your way toward the manor. Then we'll say, Hibiki, what about you? You can also make your way toward the manor if you wish.
You steal everything.
Hibiki
before you
will.
get-
I mean, we just literally saved her, so he will go check to see how Artemis
Yeah.
is doing.
You're gonna make
There's
your way
things
over to the
working.
monkeys. And Zarel, what about you?
I wish to at least keep Mark somewhere that isn't on the ground. So maybe just move into like one of the guest beds and then just go check with Hibiki.
Okay. You make your way over to Mark and you bring them into the guest house, which is right here. Mark currently is knocked out to the point where even moving him doesn't seem like he will wake up. You find the large couch on the inside of the guest house and you just kind of flop him down. You prop him up. You make sure he's good. It isn't gonna hurt his neck or anything, and then you make your way after Hibiki.
Yep.
Okay. We will
Rest well, sweet prince.
we will keep Booyah and the armor around here. The armor is basically standing here so that she doesn't waste any energy. We will say that Ramu is going to go with Muna and Gilgamesh because they're like treasure.
It's like it's in my blood. I can't help it.
Muna and Gilgamesh. We'll go to you guys
Yes.
first because you guys will have the least amount of potential plot shit happening.
Cool.
As you guys enter the kitchen area, you guys will find there is a large pile. Let me. There appears to be a large pile of shit in the middle of the floor. And by shit, I mean there is a lot of money across the floor, little monies, the little orbs of money, seemingly having fallen from. If you look up, you see that there is the trap door is wide open. You remember seeing the nobody from before having bashed his way in and then immediately returning to you guys with an egg. You're pretty sure as you look up into the area above it, that is most likely where the little guy had came back from. However, you also notice bloom, bloom.
No, great.
As you step in, you see what appears to be two more of those little guys, two more of those long boys, stuffing money into their mouths as they're just kind of stopped and looking over towards you.
Hey, you didn't earn that treasure. Get away from me.
No, bad. You do that outside.
Dude, don't do that at all.
Gilgamesh and Muna, you guys are both going to yell at them to be like, no, our treasure, bad.
Ramu, can you scare them, please?
Oh, God.
What? We don't need Ramu to scare them. Just shoo them off.
Ramu will start charging electricity. However, before we do that, before we have Ramu do anything, I would like for both Muna and for Gilgamesh to please roll me for their negotiation, please.
Yeah, okay.
Be scary. Come on, team.
We're gonna be
Hey, do I
demeanor. I'm
have-
yelling at them. Yeah. 15 total.
And Muna?
Hold on. There we go. Okay. You are my special. Which one's my negotiation? Oh, I got a positive in that one.
Which?
That is an 8
Well, it's
altogether?
an 8 altogether.
Oh, let's move over to the playlist, by the way. I completely forgot to do such a thing.
Also,
Let's
maybe you
fix
should
the
bring
lighting
in
of my negotiation.
Yomebot.
Nah, you
In-
guys don't
into
need
the chat.
Yomebot.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
You guys don't need her.
It's not like you have a lot of musical cues you like to put onto us or anything, like Twinkle Twinkle Kingdom Hearts or anything.
Nah. Why would I ever do that?
Now on Spotify.
I'll get that in there in a bit. But yes, as Gilgamesh, you yell out to them. Muna, you tell Ramu to get them out of here. Ramu has like little electricity coming from her pouch, her little pouches on her cheeks. Gilgamesh, you yell at them like, get away from that. You see them for a moment stare to you, scoop one last mouthful of treasure, and both of them break out the windows behind them. As they, again, moving just unfortunately like a bunch of like fabric in the wind or like noodles or something. They stretch about, move through, break the windows, and fly out and about. As they do so, you do note that they do take whatever treasure that they had, but there is still a significantly large pile of it sitting there.
Oh, yeah. Good enough.
Gilgamesh, you
let's
make
take
your way over to it. As you do find that there is quite a number of, again, mostly money that is seemingly here. It seems to be there is mostly gold coins and things of that nature, or the circular money that you guys have seen. You do feel that if needed, you guys could just divvy this up and put it into your cards, your little cash cards you guys have. And if you do that, then you will be able to put everything away that isn't actual physical treasure. So you can get rid of like the entire pile if you wish.
Is there anything else in that trap? Is it, if we look up, is there anything left?
Well, that's what
in
I'm
that
saying.
room?
If you get rid of the money, then you can see the rest of the stuff in the pile.
Ah, okay.
Do you guys
I'll
want to do
leave
that?
the division of this currency to you.
Excuse me, I have things I need to do.
It shouldn't be that hard, right?
Let me go check on someone quick, and then I'll do it. How about that?
Fine.
Ramu, can you defend our treasure? Oh, sorry, treasure.
That's fucking right.
Why do you say it? Never
Oh.
mind.
No,
It's a
that's
dialect.
how both your worlds said it.
I've always felt like that was incorrect.
Both of your worlds
Especially-
said it, Treasure.
Especially when Mateus said no, seriously. They really do say it like that, I promise. You're gonna be very suspicious of them.
That's why you just called it your horde.
Yes.
Uh,
Fine. We'll divvy up the horde later.
Muna, do you want to make your way toward the rest of the manor then?
Yes.
Okay,
Up
as
the
you're
stairs I go. 'cause
as you're
there's
going
someone
off
we
and
left
away?
here.
as you're going off and away, Gilgamesh, I will say that you gain the entirety of the money that's here. You can divvy it up later if you wish. You are
Gilgamesh
going
doesn't
to
know
get
how.
8,000 money.
Wow. Man, the symbol changed on my money card again. I wonder how much that was.
God.
How do you think I said Muna could divvy it up later?
As you have done so, I would like for you to please, after doing such a thing, you make your way up into the actual thing on the next floor by jumping up and grabbing at the thing that would allow you to go up. Upon doing such a thing, roll me for your insight, please.
Oh, man,
right.
if there was a time.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Fuck you.
15 plus 5.
Oh, not you.
Unnatural.
This is
20.
Gilgamesh.
21.
Because you left.
I rolled a 19.
I thought it was
plus
what I
2.
was thinking of. Yeah.
Oh, good. It's a blackjack. What do I get?
What'd you get?
21.
Bloop. You make your way up into the second floor. You find upon
God.
jumping up into this area, I know, I'm fixing them. You find
Okay.
upon jumping up into this area that you see in front of you what appears to be a rather massive area. There's a lot of bags full of more money that you can tell as you do such a thing. With a 21, you're going to gain 2,000 more money, just straight up the bat. Man, a weird symbol just did a thing again. Huh? Fucking who knows? As you gain that,
He has no concept of this stupid thing, but he understands shiny coins.
as you do that, you find, looking into this place, other than the money and gems that are just kind of strangled about that goes immediately off into your card, you do find there are 4 things of note in this room. One, as you make your way over toward where this large chair is, almost looking as if it is a throne, you find what appears to be a large golden crown sitting on it. As you look to said large golden crown, it does look as if it's worth something. You're not sure if it has any magical prowess or not. Nothing has really given you any kind of understanding of that since coming to this place. However, you unless it like has something to do with like dragons or something like that, which it doesn't seem like this does. But you see what appears to be a large golden crown sitting upon a throne there. Another thing you would note, looking around the room, there are 2 large ornate chests in the area. One of them is off to your top right over here. The other one is down to the bottom left down here. And finally, there is a humongous gem that seems to be in the shape of a, I don't know what the shape is, so I'm gonna look it up.
It's a shape. My God.
What appears to be an icosahedron.
An icosahedron.
Yes, it appears to be in the shape of an icosahedron, otherwise known as a 20-sided shape.
It's a big crystal D20.
Yes.
Cool. All right, glad we established that.
Why would you just, you bitch?
So, to verify, all the gold coins on the ground, not money.
Yep, it's already disappeared.
Okay.
All of this had basically been thrown down into the area below whenever this thing came looking for that egg.
Cool. All right. I'm guessing these chests are fucking locked. I'm gonna try them anyway.
You go to each chest, they are indeed locked.
He just drags them into the center, like, all right.
As you drag them into the center, Fali goes, phew, 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 phew. Both of the chests disappear. You now have 4 chests back in your home.
Appreciate it. Now then, is there anything in here to strike you as cursed?
Fairy magics.
Powerful fairy magics.
Well, if there was anything that's cursed around here, it most likely would be that crown there. That being said, you just see Ramu is over by the large crystal D20 that seems to be the size of Ramu.
Impressive.
That thing there is giving off some large magical energy.
Oh, really? He just pockets the crown and just moves over.
You take the crown. Give me 1 second. I'd like you to roll me for willpower, please.
I knew that was gonna fucking happen. I wouldn't
Always
have
gotta
happened.
pick the willpower thing.
I swear to God, if you make me talk like Tom Kenny when I kill you.
What?
Ice King. Magic crown.
I see.
I
still
see.
haven't seen Adventure Time.
You really should. It's very fun, except the ending.
I've seen
what the
some. I've seen some of it. I haven't seen like a full couple of things though of it. Like I know it.
Yeah.
I know
people like the ending to
characters.
it.
I didn't say it was bad. It's just like wow. 15 willpower roll.
15 on the go. You're fine.
Cool.
You will
I'm sure that
gain.
won't come.
I'll move it over to your inventory now. If it wants to stop flying high into the fucking sky and then dropping down into the underground.
Yeah.
Underneath the thing. There we go. Schmoving over. Bloop. You have
Magic
gotten
hat.
this golden crown.
Oop.
Anytime you get close to the axe, it does that. So I usually just.
Okay.
That's why I put the little things near the axe, because
Okay.
it doesn't like show it off as much.
That's fair. I'll put the potion there and move this here because I don't know how big that fucking crystal's gonna be. There we go.
As you do such a thing, you find making your way over to the crystal. You go to pick it up. Ramu at this point is also holding on to it, so you pick up Ramu as well. As you hold it
He's
in
like-
front of you, it appears to be around the size of that orb that you had found before. Only this one is, again, it has around 20 flat sides to it.
You just see his Ramu dangling. He just kind of like rotates it so it's like resting on top of the thing.
Heck.
Good intuition. Seems like it's the orb, but
It's some kind of crystalline structure that is giving off a massive amount of magic for what it seems to be able to contain. I'm not entirely sure what it is, though. Nothing from any world that I've seen.
it doesn't strike me as familiar either. Though then again, many magical things make little sense here.
I would say to be very careful with it, and for the time being. But it is very intriguing.
Yes. Surely Moon will have a use for it, or a better understanding of it.
It
A lot of
doesn't.
things seem.
It doesn't give off to me any kind of weapon vibes, but perhaps.
Anything's a weapon if you're creative enough.
I suppose.
Or perhaps just a shiny bauble that glows when you put magic in it. Zonde had a few of those. He called them floating lanterns. Though when they broke, they did explode catastrophically. So I'm not entirely certain they were lanterns. He just pockets it. Well, not Ramu, but he pockets it.
You get the crystal
Takes over
dice
off.
added to your inventory. It's just a single square. Don't worry too much about it. Despite
cool.
despite being around the same size as the orb, it is not a weapon. It is not something you have to be very careful with. So you just kind of stick it in your inventory. That is the only other thing of note in here. As the three of you will climb down,
There's
deciding. Yeah, what's up?
Before he's about to go down, he just stops and then looks at the chair. Can you transport chairs?
She looks to you. Is that a box?
It's like shakes his hand like, eh. It holds things when you put something on it.
If you find something big enough to put it in, then yes.
He picks up the chair and just takes it.
You climb down with your chair. I'm just imagining, by the way, it's like, you know how like people like try to get furniture through doors and shit. Like you are just down at the bottom trying to get it, like trying to get it through the hole, the trap door. Just like, all right, turn catty corner, turn.
Pivot it, Robert.
I am.
That's not pivoting, it is rotating. There's done.
As you are trying to get that done, we will see if you can find a way to keep that in just a bit. You could just throw it inside of like your car if you really wanted to, I guess.
We do in fact have a car.
As you are going down there, we will come to Muna in just a little bit because Muna is going up to speak with some people. Beforehand, though, we are going to go to Hibiki and Zarel. As the two of you would make your way over, Hibiki, you would see Zarel take Mark into the guest house and then make their way back over to you. Upon doing such a thing, you would find that Diana and Artemis, not Diana and Artemis, God, you would find that Artemis and Artemis would be looking at each other. They would be studying each other. And as you approach, Artemis would look to Artemis. Artemis would look back at Artemis, tears forming in their eyes. The other one wipes away said tears and nods to them, giving them a smile as the other one turns their cheek away. As it happens, they disappear.
Well, you seem to be in high spirits despite everything.
Oh yeah, hi. You see Ysera, even though they were here,
they're
like
really weirdly emotional.
Ysera's just over sitting down.
Oh, I don't know. I just how do I put it? I felt like there was I felt like I saw a little bit of myself in her.
Right.
I wouldn't believe so.
Waka waka.
They will point to egg that you guys are carrying.
Oh, I know that one.
I suppose I will believe you do. I pass it over to her.
Oh, no, do not. I don't want.
For the first time ever, they look actually nervous as you try to hand that to them.
No, I'm sorry. I did not mean to upset you.
Oh no, it's nothing. How do I put it? I guess the best way to put it is I guess only recently awoken. It's been a little hard to kind of wrap my mind around all of the Cherishian things. And I've only been awake for, I guess, a week or so. Well, I guess a little bit longer than that. Before I got captured, I mean. And my father, who would be that, points to the egg, well, at least who they used to be, had tried talking to me about things and trying to teach me about everything. And while I got it, I didn't really get it. It's a little bit of a hard sell to tell me that I have to. It's usually the family that takes care of them, you know, until they hatch. And I don't know, I just kind of feel like I already messed up, you know?
Oh, messed up with what?
I messed up with him. Points. If I would have knew half of what I know that I can do now, whenever we got roped into all of this, maybe he wouldn't be like that now, you know? I know that it's not really death or anything, but it kind of is, you know?
From what I've been understanding, it's more like of an ego death. Is that the right way to say it?
I remember a lot of.
You make some sense.
I remember a lot of things that happened before. Before I woke up. I mean, from the me that was before this.
and I don't really feel like I died before all that. It's kind of a continuation more than anything. Like, oh wow, I was pretty cool, and now I can continue to be pretty cool, you know?
Yeah, of course.
But
Not.
I don't know. It's when it's somebody else, it's kind of hard, you know? I just don't know if I trust myself with it.
Well, I suppose I wouldn't know that much either, considering I'm fairly recently hatched myself.
Oh yeah?
Oh, pretty recently. It's been how long? Like that's like a week, like 3 days, 4, 5,
It's been almost a week for you.
5 or 6 days, give or take.
Oh, well, I guess I can't really complain too much then, huh?
I mean, it's a lot easier to be born than to be dead, I believe.
It is easier.
You know, that's probably true.
Sage nod.
Either way, I guess it's really weird to put it this way, but until I feel like where I'm going is safe, do you guys mind holding on to that for me?
Why, if you believe that we could keep it safe, I'd have no reason to not hold to this egg.
From what I just saw,
PK.
from what I just saw, you guys are plenty enough to keep something like that safe.
We will.
I like to think that we're a pretty good team. Gonna put a hand over Hibiki.
Yeah.
Yeah!
As you
Also-
touch Hibiki and Zarel, the both of you, I would like you to roll me.
What would you like to roll for me? My magic? Okie doke.
My beautiful magic.
My beautiful one magical stat.
It's like
plus one-
beautiful minus 1 magical stat.
A +1 and a -1. Let's go.
Is magic.
50.
11.
15 and 11. I will roll for Artemis.
That's like a 26.
I'll just roll this one. I want to put it in a thing. Yeah.
Into the tower.
Ooh, that was almost an 18. With a 6, what goes up to that? You guys find, as you touch Hibiki, Zarel, there is a glow coming from Hibiki. Hibiki,
Yeah.
you find your shirt that you are currently covering your primal coin, your Terra coin, or whatever we ended up calling that damn thing, seems to be glowing. And upon it glowing, Zarel, you also notice the white egg that seems to have that furry sort of ring around it, that furry mane to it, seems to also start glowing.
Mm-hmm.
As this happens, you would notice that first off, Artemis goes, ah! kind of steps back a little bit. But you would find that as this goes on, as this thing starts to glow, 2 little ears pop out of the top of the egg.
Oh.
You guys see what appears to be 2 cat ears sticking out from the egg, white as the fur that is lining the surrounding of the egg.
Oh, look! I got some ears.
Oh,
Is it hatching?
Well, I believe if it was hatching, it would be not hatching, right?
I've never seen a Cherished egg get, change after it's been created before. I mean, I guess I haven't seen a lot of things since I've only been alive for a little bit, and this technically is the only egg I've ever really seen, but still.
Right, it's kind of weird to say it out loud, but you know,
Mm-hmm.
all that like, you know, incremental knowledge and all, yeah, this is definitely a thing. I'm not sure what that means though. It's pretty good, it's kind of cute.
Your coin stops glowing after a bit.
I assume the coin here made it grow a little bit faster. Now it's not glowing anymore, so it's probably done doing that.
I mean, a little faster. I don't know if that's really the case because, like I said, they usually just don't change after they've been made.
I don't know.
Well, maybe he just likes you that much, Hibiki.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Or should we say Data Key? That sounds better in my head.
No.
Never mind.
Papa Key.
I mean, you guys touched me and I came out, apparently.
I mean, I guess he'll, at least, even though it stopped glowing out, he'll like take the coin off and touch the egg with it just to be sure.
You take the egg, you take the coin out as you do, and you make your way over to touch the egg. Both Zarel and Artemis here sort of look as if, again, Zarel, you sort of feel a strange energy coming off from the coin. Maybe it's just a residual of whatever it was doing. But it seems like Artemis sees it too, as Artemis seems to just be not glaring at it, but very, very much eyeing it as he pulls it out. However, nothing concrete really comes from it. It seems to be mostly chilling at the moment. It seems to be mostly just there was a weird feeling and then it's gone.
It appears whatever it was doing has ceased.
I guess. Oh well. I put the coin back on, and because he knows more people are coming, he is gonna hide it again.
My beautiful coin. No one can see it.
Well, if you guys have any questions about what was going on, I can try to let you know. I mean, a lot of things were going on, but I do know a bit of it, especially now that I can talk about it.
Yeah, I suppose that would be a good place to start, considering, everything. One question I had in my mind. While we were talking to Cocklico back there, he had some prattling about something about 7 lights and 7 darknesses.
7 and 7?
He was very insistent in some sort of ritual.
If it was 7 and 7, then no wonder it wasn't working. I'm pretty sure that 7 lights, 7 darknesses? I'm pretty sure that any kind of stories I know about that would be 7 lights and 13 darknesses. Wow, maybe he was just really dumb.
He did, in fact, name those dragons completely incorrectly, according to Gilgamesh.
Yeah, it was really funny.
I'm surprised nobody ever corrected him.
I mean, I suppose there's not that many people to correct them, right?
I
He
mean,
kind of isolates himself.
There's not a ton of
Ain't
people who
surprised.
would understand any kind of dragony languages that he would stick around him, except for those that he would try to then take or do something with, or something. What were you saying, Will?
his plan failed because he couldn't find 6 more friends.
Either way, the only thing that I really know about anything when it comes to 7 was he was wanting to get 7 wives, I believe, and I was supposed to be the 7th.
Now that tracks. He had kept quite a collection of them, turns out.
Mm-hmm. And he was trying to do something with me, some kind of a strange magic-y thing. Apparently he was trying to rip me in 2 or something.
What?
That's weird.
How do I put it? He was trying to use that circle down there to rip me in 2. Something about how they've been perfecting it for a while, but something apparently goes off with it, or something has gone off with it before. I don't really understand it, but they were trying to rip me in 2 and I guess only keep one part of me, or one side of me.
So, like,
So they were what?
if I had to make the assumption, was he trying to turn you into Heartless?
I don't know.
And then,
Apparently he's done something similar before, but I don't know to who or for what reason or what really became of it.
Wait, he's done that before? Like, just rip someone in half like that?
I don't know. I'm really new here, and apparently most of the others are kind of out of it, but it was something about how he had only wanted certain parts of us or certain parts of things going on. I don't know exactly how to explain it, but maybe he was trying to turn me into a Heartless. Maybe because he had power over them, he thought he could control me or something. But if he was turning people into Heartlesses, we'd probably see more crazy special Heartlessy thingies about, right?
Probably.
I also don't think he has
Explain.
I also don't think he has the smarts for it, to be honest. I'm pretty sure somebody else was doing the work for that, but I don't know who.
I can think of one person that might be smart enough to do that.
Hey Vicky, whatever racial discrimination you're about to commit, you better shoot your shot very carefully.
Shut the fuck up. Regardless of all that, because that's a lot of thinking that I don't want to do right now. How did you and your father get here?
Well, we lived in the upper city. There's a sort of a shrine up there that my father had ran before all of this. Apparently he was doing something and purifying waters from the mountains or something. He never really got to show me exactly how he did it. So I guess we'll have to wait for that one to wake up before anybody knows how to do that again. But he was trying to, I guess, coming to us to try to do something. How do I put it? After he got me, I more thought that I understood the reason. I think he just heard that a Cherished was born up there, or awoke up there, and that it was someone who was compatible, since she like motions over to her tail and then motions back. I don't really understand it too much, but I'm apparently a special kind of Cherish. Apparently the only Cherish that ever get born right now are special Cherish.
Well, I've heard, yeah, it seems that they tend to just go that way recently.
And he invited my father and me here, and whenever he did, we had denied any sort of big requests that he had, but then he brought us over here again, under the guise of, I guess, you know, just fun, regular relations. But when he did, my father got ambushed on the way here. She motions over toward the northern mountains, where you guys would have seen the large caves that had the Bell Heartless and the other Heartless inside, the chest looking Heartless, as well as the bridge that was very bad. My father got ambushed while he was there, and my carriage kept going. Apparently he had gotten people inside of our ranks, and they just brought me here. And I guess at some point my father must have fell, because after I came, that egg came. He told me then that we were to be wed, and that there wasn't really anything I could do about it. And I was like, bummer. But you know, it was actually a lot more. I'm trying to cover up my sadness with comedy.
I see that. It is working.
Good. But yeah, and that's basically what happened. I spent about a week, or I guess a couple weeks here, and then I noticed you guys make your way through. So I tried to get your attention with the bottle thing.
I mean, you certainly did. I've never had my body possessed like that before.
I can only do that to things that are similar to me, so I guess it's because you're a Cherish.
It would seem so. He does not look upset about being possessed. He seems pretty chill about it.
The only thing that I really remember too much from my previous experiences is I had some magical skills. But most of what I'm doing now, most of what I've even attempted to do has been the skills that I've learned about, I guess, my new self. They go back and they pinch another hair off of their tail. I like the fact that I can kind of make copies of myself with these. I can also fly, but it only works like every now and then.
So you can fly, but only sometimes?
Yeah, it hasn't worked since I came here. But like, there was like the big smoke cloud and I can go woo, woo, woo.
Oh, I see. I mean, technically I can fly, but it's like probably a little bit less than what you could do with that, from the sounds of it.
Mm-hmm.
Wind magic is pretty interesting.
I mean, if you think about it, anything that you throw hard enough can fly up enough force.
That is also true.
Still, maybe now you may be able to. I don't fully understand what I've been...
I already tried. There's still something about this place that's, I guess it's just something about the land here that's a little bit off. Maybe because there was all that heartless activity here. Maybe because that big armor thing still is still around and living. Or maybe it's just some kind of a magic whoozy what's it. But I can't really do a lot of my other skills. I can't even really use magic right now. They shrug.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
We cut off the...
It might be because of all those things he made me drink, though.
Oh, what?
Oh, yeah, he kept... for just about every single meal, I've had, like, a little potion. And he's like, you better drink it. And I'm like, I don't know if I wanna. And he's like, I'll break that. And and then she points over to the egg. And I'm like, okay. And then I drink it.
I suppose that's one way to do it. And yeah, that would seem correct, because I believe the rest of us have been able to use magic in some sense. I don't see why you wouldn't unless you had been tampered with.
I think it was to like get me ready for that ritual down there. They don't taste very good.
And to that, they had to take, what, your ability to do magic?
They shrug. You'll have to ask one of the guards or something about that.
Whoever's left,
we know
anyway.
one.
They then motion over toward Ysera. I've asked Ysera, but they don't really have any idea either. The only ones who would really know are the guards or any of the higher ups in this place.
At least we have Mark, right, Hibiki?
At least we have Mark.
Oh, it's a good day to have Mark.
Did you see the Countess today at all during all the ritual stuff?
Countess? Oh, the one from the dinner the other day?
Yeah.
Not really, no.
Just wanted to be
I
sure.
suppose she did her business and left, huh, Hibiki?
Oh, they live here.
Oh, they...
Yeah, she has a room. We just never went in it.
I don't know if
Like
this
for
is the
fun,
only place.
or...
I don't know if this is the only place they live, but they do live here. I've seen them here for
guessing-
dinner quite a few times.
I'm guessing she's probably not one of the wives right now.
Oh, no, Shakes head.
That makes sense.
I can only assume that whatever he does that splits us in half or whatever, he's done to other ones of the rituals or other ones of the wives that he's had before. I don't know if he's done it to every one of them, but she looks around. I wouldn't put it past them.
I
It
suppose
seems-
that might explain what happened to Rosa, perhaps.
Apparently he's really selective over things, that's all I know.
Well, he's gone now, and hopefully he'll never show up again.
Was he
He
ever
just stays
actually
dead.
real? He just kind of turned into some sort of heartless dragon.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I've never seen him do that before. I guess maybe it's just because of all of the bad stuff happening right now. I've been told about the fact that everybody's kind of been attacked and the world's ending or something, but I've been here the whole time, so I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Oh, the apocalypse is apparently up and thriving, but things are going all right.
Yeah,
all
it
things considered.
doesn't seem like it's that bad of an apocalypse right now.
The world has not ended, and I think that's something to celebrate for.
I think that deserves a drink.
I could use so many drinks after this fucking week of showing up here.
Listen,
They have drinks here, right?
listen to me. Listen to me. She puts a hand on your shoulder. She whispers, "What's your name?"
Hibiki.
Listen to me, Hibiki. I make a mean slushy.
Cool. I look forward to it if we get the materials to do that.
The slushy just swears at Hibiki. See, I told you how mean it was.
I fuck you.
You see them toss off the hair that they plucked from their tail off behind them. As they do, you see another one of them as she salutes and starts cartwheeling away.
I have to appreciate that they're all not athletic.
Well, at least whatever you took didn't stop that from being able to happen.
Yeah, it's fun.
Did he change the names of all of his wives by any chance?
Shrugs.
He changed my name because if anybody came looking for me or if anybody was in the castle and they found me, that they would only have found Diana and not Artemis, because apparently I'm a princess.
You are apparently a princess.
Yeah, because my dad owns a shrine, and I guess that counts. I don't know.
Wouldn't that
Do
just
you now
technically make-
own it? No.
Well, it's because
That just
he's like the king of, like, I guess the king of whatever. I don't know. He's not like the king of this place, because that's the king, and I've seen them before. But he's like, I guess him as a Cherish is a king? I don't know. You'll have to ask him, points to the egg.
Well, I'll let you know whenever this little fella hatches.
But that makes me a princess.
that technically make you a priestess if it's a shrine.
A priestess.
But I'm not here to rain on your parade.
A priestess.
A priestess. I like it. It has a good ring to it.
I'll work on it. We have to add some more.
You'll workshop it. It'll be fine.
Maybe we can change it to like a different type of I don't know, title.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like incest right now, and I'm not into it.
Yeah. I wasn't
Now
gonna
you
say
say it out loud, I
anything.
suppose it does sound pretty bad.
Do you
That's why I
guys?
said workshopping and
They seem to grab both of your hands and start to lead you guys over toward where the kitchen is. Since they said they make a mean slushy.
Oh,
Hell
baby,
yeah.
slushy time.
As they are doing such a thing, as they're leading you over to the kitchen, you guys would see Gilgamesh and Ramu trying to get a chair through the trapdoor. As that's happening, however, we're going to go to Muna.
All right, baby.
Muna, you make your way up to the second floor. As you do, you find your way over toward Rose's room, I believe is where you're going.
Yeah.
As you find your way into Rose's room, you do find that she is standing outside, just outside of the bed area. You see that Suzaru is sitting up in the bed. However, they still don't seem to be talking or emoting that much, but they are moving of their own accord. They are looking around, potentially curiously, who's to say. Whenever you approach, their arm immediately goes down toward their waist, where you see that they reach for some kind of a weapon, but there is nothing.
Going to slowly open the door and do the thing where I simultaneously knock a little bit, just to get their attention.
Oh, there you are, Muna.
Hello, darlings. How are things going? Did anything change here?
Oh, well, Suzaru just woke up. But when it comes to that, I haven't really seen her do much of anything else.
As she puts her legs over the side and seems to be looking about the room. You see them at this point noticing there isn't a weapon on their waist. They look toward the skirt that they seem to be wearing and like are kind of like inspecting at it. You see what appears to be a look of utter confusion going across their face.
I'm no enemy, darling.
This is Muna. I told you about Muna and the others while you were sleeping, so you obviously remember, right?
That's not... How about I introduce myself more properly? I am Muna. And I was one of the ones that helped to vanquish the Heartless here.
You say heartless. As you do, you notice that their eyes seem to turn to you for another moment. They were inspecting their garb for a bit, but as soon as you say heartless, they turn their eyes sharply at you. As they do, they seem to let out a voice for the first time that you've ever seen them. However, they seem to speak in a language you do not understand.
Oh, do you know that language, Rosa?
Oh, Suzu.
they go closer.
We can't really understand you right now.
Did you
Say?
Play?
Did you say heartless?
Yes.
I know that term.
I had a feeling you would. Didn't you protect Rosa from one?
Rosa? They look over toward Rosa. I remember you. You are the first.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember fighting a Heartless.
I'm not going to...
They
I'm
seem
not
to be the
gonna
more they talk, the more they seem to be getting more comfortable with the language.
Muna's going to start talking from here for no reason. Not to help with memory or anything, but, you know.
This is fascinating. They seem to have had a little bit of difficulty before, but now they're speaking rather fluently. Interesting. And they know the Heartless.
I'm glad to see that something was affected, because if nothing happened, then I'd be more concerned.
Do you... How much do you know me, Suzu?
I have known you for a few months, right?
Oh dear. You're not Suzu, are you?
I am. I am. That is not my name. I am Suzuru. As they look over towards you, they look toward the hole behind you. Last I know, I was brought here to marry.
Yes, to Duke. Insert name here.
Cocklicot. Yes. That was to be my husband-to-be, though it was not without some coercion on his part.
The coercion, I'm afraid, might have led to part of why you're having a hard time right now.
Astarda.
I guess I.
Astarda. They look up towards you. Where is my Astarda?
Astarda. Can you describe that to me? I'm an off-worlder.
Astarda, it is another being from my world. They are, what you would have, a horse with bird, wings? Wings, yes.
Like a Pegasus.
Yes, Astarda. That is Pegasus. Yes. Sorry, your terminology is still fresh to me, somewhat.
Well, I'm not sure. I was kind of throwing it out there because I only know Pegasus from my world.
I came from somewhere beyond this place. When I did, I found myself, in some trouble with the people of this land. They had wanted many different, customs of me that I did not understand. Astarda brought me away before they could, they looked to Rosa. Before you could register yourself over with the train, yes. In the beginning, from what she had told me whenever we were talking before, they had shown themselves off of the gummy train when they first made their way here and immediately flew off away from everyone. They made their way off to the east, not east, off to the west areas, just like the rest of you, though you did with a crash, I believe you said. She had made her way to this city, and from the areas beyond over with the forest off to the west, from here. When I got there, I met with mages, wizards that you seem to have, and they hurt my Astarda. They turned them into wood, statue. Statue, yes. They
Where
turned
was
them,
this?
The forest to the west of here.
Well, while you're regaining yourself, I know a few people that will delightfully help me try and get your Astarda back.
Astarda should be here. That was what the Duke had said. If I would wed them, they would return Astarda to how they were.
Muna closes her eyes, almost swears in many different languages. She knows two, and that's many.
Muna, roll me for your experience, please.
Oh, I have to use experience to not swear, okay?
No. This is just for you.
I know.
This is for Will's benefit. Don't worry about it.
No. I want to say it so bad.
The unfortunate thing is the Duke was not very honorable with their words.
Before preparations were made, I had offered my services to the Duke. Services meaning protection. She motions to Rosa. I had said that I would protect his first, as I was going to be his second. I would make sure his first would have nothing come to harm of them.
That's how you two met.
Mm-hmm. And you did so. You've done so since then as well. Though it does not seem as if you remember.
Remember?
You have been performing your duty for around a year or so, if not more.
Well, to be frank with you, not only was the Duke he was controlling you in ways that you had no control of yourself. And we took issue with that, and long story short, we're responsible for bringing your current self back.
And
At least I think so. Otherwise, that huge battle was a huge coincidence.
and my they look around. What of this feeling?
Feeling?
I feel like I'm wrong. I feel as if I'm wrong.
Something wrong with your body. Like, probably
Like,
not
you feel
that. Okay,
happy?
the other thing.
That's how I feel right now. I've been feeling like I haven't been able to properly emote to things. No, yes.
Perhaps the feeling of something inside of you that's not quite right.
Something is missing, yes. Something.
He did perhaps take your blood. I don't know if that has any relation to it,
My
but
blood.
and probably more than that, knowing how the rituals worked.
She goes to fully stand up. There is a slight strangeness to them as they look down.
This is impractical.
They bring their hand to the hem of their skirt.
There's no defense at all.
I've seen fashion such as this before, but
At least leggings.
The big one's gone, but why don't you follow me? There's an armory next door.
you do know that most of the things in that room are completely beyond repair, unfortunately. They can be used for scrap, but most of them are rusted and basically destroyed.
Aswin is about to say that, but they are pretty rusted. Though
I will make do for now.
yes.
I'm able to move well enough freely in this. It should not be a problem. I do have armor, I suppose, enough to protect my heart and my wrists and shoulders.
It's the Duke was only hilarious to themselves.
It is not as if I need such things. I am... Either way, if at all possible, I would like to eat something.
Well, we were going to go to... Was gonna say the kitchen, but... Rosa? You don't mind if we take some rewards from this place, do you?
Rewards? Oh, yes, I was planning on, doing anything that I could. obviously my brother will have to pay for whatever crimes they have, but I should be able
Oh.
to have,
Don't. Good news, they did.
oh yeah?
Yes, and we're going to eat at the kitchen, and anything you see there is from the payment.
We'll go talk about that somewhere else.
We'll
As-
think about all of that.
You will lead them down. As you do such a thing, bloop, you would find yourself stepping in through the hall directly after the two of you. Suzuru would be walking, looking around everything. There are no servants here. How does anything get clean?
Oh, there were servants. It's just they were not trained for
This
the
rug
terrifying.
is so tattered, it's as if someone just has went all over it.
Yes, that is fleeing. They fled.
Cowards.
You should have fought, pussies.
Don't mind them. A lot of
You
them.
know
are
what?
not-
Suzuru's right. No, she has a point. Let's listen to her.
As
Besides,
Mhm.
would you call someone fleeing a coward if their leader was also a coward?
yes.
Fair enough. Okay.
Based Suzuru.
As
my
you guys
God.
open the door, you guys would see Gilgamesh finally having gotten his chair down. Zarel, I'm guessing, would be trying to help Ramu.
Yeah,
He
he stood up
would
and I was like,
not.
oh, no,
He's
no
just
worries.
standing off
Just
to the
give me a moment.
side. Artemis is fucking going, go, go, go.
Hello,
She's
everyone.
twerking again.
As the three of them would make their way inside, you would find that first off, there is no treasure on the ground here. That was all gone. Bloop. It's all been taken.
Treasure.
However, as Rosa would come in, they'd be like looking about.
It seems as if everybody had ran off.
Yeah, we need to talk about what happened.
Just puts the chair down and sits in it.
Ah!
Right here or at the lighthouse?
You see Artemis run in between the two of them. They grab Rosa's hand, pull them over toward where Suzuru is. Try to grab Suzuru's hand. Suzuru pulls her hand away, grabs Muna's hand.
Welcome to WipeCon 2023.
Hello,
We did it!
Artemis. Well, before we celebrate, Rosa, I was vague, but you do know why things have been changing, right? Or at least have a feeling.
Well, since you're dancing around the subject, I would think that it is something that it would either be upsetting or something you would think that I'd be upset about. But I'll have to remind you, I can't really feel upset.
Still?
They shake their head.
No, not at all.
Fuck.
Should it be fixed?
It should. We got rid of the magic glyphs that were powering the things that was
There was
controlling
a big thud as Gilgamesh and Zarel finally get the thing down.
Not good.
No, don't drop kick that!
A bunch of the servers that were under his control, like, ran immediately. After that, after we dealt with him, it should have all been fixed for y'all, but I guess,
Dealt with him?
unfortunately, it seems he turned himself into a Heartless. A big, towering dragon thing.
Oh my.
Indeed, he had just turned himself into, again, a Heartless. We're not sure if he's around anymore.
So you killed him?
Essentially,
We think so.
his body disappeared and a big heart flew out of it, in a way, so seems that, yeah, he either is dead or was considered dead already.
You see a look of contemplation go across their face, and then they shake their head.
No, not sad about it.
What? Does it stand for something, I think?
Even
Actually,
hard-
speaking of, I'm sorry to destroy the mood. Speaking about death and dying things, weren't we supposed to Well, I mean, if he dies without a body, that's not exactly something that we're connected to. But isn't like there other people in the house that are related to? And isn't like doors people? Oh no.
Oh, we're supposed to drag that to the tower.
She did say if we were able to, there was room for it possibly not being able to happen.
I
We
mean-
weren't ready for what happened. Let's not dance around that.
You what?
Emerald, Cyril doesn't say anything, but he just looks at you and like a cutscene plays out of the time that that when she tried to stab the king several times.
Yeah.
Like nothing, no conversation, like a psychic bond goes for like a moment.
Where's the fuck? We need the fucking meme picture now. I'll look for that later.
And
So-
it's like, are we sure?
So twirls around, lets go of Muna's hand, lets go of Rosa's hand, but then looks at Muna and Rosa's hand. Is like, there's no holding hands. Pushes Rosa over towards Suzaru, in between Suzaru and Muna. Twirls away over here.
Well, it could be that thing that I said. Also, hello Gilgamesh, hello Muna. That's your names, right?
Thing.
Yes.
The weird potion that he made you drink?
Well, that, yes, but also whenever I told you that he was trying to split me, maybe
That
he
too.
was taking something, and maybe that's been taken from those two.
Well, that would make sense if he was taking something, but where would it go now that he is disappeared into a giant heart, apparently?
And no, I should have shadowed that.
I do not know.
Hmm.
Maybe it is something that cannot be retrieved, at least easily.
Oh,
So you're saying
before I
that
forget,
the part of me that feels wrong is something that was taken from me?
Seems like it.
Hmm.
What were you saying, Muna?
before I forget, first, does everyone here know what a Pegasus is, or a Arta?
Pegasus is the term for you, I think.
Yes, we. Do you not recall the dam?
There's also that statue.
The statue. There was a statue. We need to. Where was it? Where was it?
In his like museum bit where we found the skull.
We need to go
Sword?
there. I'll be right back.
Oh, is there something you would like? Oh,
Muna's gonna
And
get up
she's
there,
gone.
and they're gonna realize that they can't break that and make their way back down.
Gilgamesh is just sitting in the fucking. He's just sitting down waiting, just silent.
Muna, we'll get
Wait,
back.
for it.
what are you waiting for?
You get like halfway.
He just
You get
starts
like
counting
halfway
down
through.
silently on one hand.
You get like to like right here. You stop.
3,
You turn back.
2, 1.
Oh, that's what you were
Right.
counting for.
So, first of all, rude Gilgamesh, but second,
I don't know. I do have to appreciate how accurate he was. That was down to the second.
that statue might actually be a Pegasus.
I mean, yeah, the statue is off.
But it was pretty. It's not the size of a horse, though.
No, if it is not the size of a horse, then that is perfectly understandable. It must be a Starva. A Starva is one that came from my world. It is mine, if that is a how do
Makes
I
sense to me.
I guess they kept it to put it over you, or maybe they were going to keep their promise at one point.
In my
Looks like
world, there were people outside of my people. They used common tongue like we are speaking now. to them, I would have been called a Pegasus Knight.
Huh.
Oh, majestic.
It is it is an interesting title. It is one where my steed and I are nearly inseparable. I would not be able to do anything without them.
Is that the off feeling then?
No, I've had that problem for a while. Whenever I first had shown up in this world, I had lost Estarva in the forest off to the west. There were people there who attacked me whenever I fled from that gummy train. When I was attacked, I had fallen into that western forest, and the people there, the wizards who were about, had attacked me with some kind of magic, and Estarva protected me. When I made my way here, the Duke here had said that they would help Estarva, but only after we were wed.
Of course he did. Well, let's, I guess, try to see if we can get your Estarva out of the case. Though I don't know how we're gonna do it.
If they are here, then that is good enough. If they are still a statue, then I believe that we will have to wait to figure out more. If at all possible, I had noticed that we are in a dining hall of sorts. I
Right.
would like something to eat, if possible.
Right. We should feast. We need full energies when we have to explain to Tor what happened.
Oh, do not worry. The slushies are on their way.
Oh boy! Apparently she makes a mean one.
What is a slushy?
I'm not sure, but it sounds delicious.
Think sweetened, or however you take it, crushed ice as a drink.
Why would you do that?
And
So you
sometimes you
drink-
can put cream in it.
So water. You're going to make water.
Flavored
Do you have a
water.
problem against water,
Cold.
Gilgamesh?
Cold flavored water.
Dude, this sounds amazing to me.
Arms
just-
crossed.
He's just so he's like, it's not even disappointment, it's just like he didn't look tired from being consumed before. Now he looks tired in the chair. Just,
You notice as Gilgamesh, you are giving a strange look about. You find the doors open to the area in front of you as you see what appears to be dum 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 dum. Around 5 Artemises stepping inside.
Oh, please
You
tell
can
me they
make
don't
clones
all
with your
talk.
clone? That's
They don't-
Oh, that's
insane.
mighty convenient.
They don't all speak, do
Oh, none of them speak.
they?
As between them you see what appears to be a large dish, one that you would normally have seen when the banquet had happened before, that had like a large roast or something on it. However, it just seems to be full of slushies of many different colors and sizes.
Life is great, dude.
Life is great.
This does not seem as if it is substantial, but I will take it.
We'll raid his pantry and actually make food. Don't worry. I guess not raid, just enough to eat.
It's like, well,
Rose
don't
is
worry,
getting
home.
there.
don't worry, we'll steal all of his
Okay.
things. Rose is just like looking
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah.
It's a figure of speech from my world. I'm sorry. He says trying to cover himself up.
Cautiously takes one, looks to it, slight sip. Okay, I can understand this. Sips some more. Oh, okay. Sips really fucking fast.
No!
William just grabs one and just starts drinking it as if it's like just a glass of water.
Muna and
starts
Gilgamesh,
shouting
roll me
it.
for your resiliences.
I can't wait. Please, Gilgamesh, please nat 20. I just want you to not
Yeah, just
feel
that
it.
20. Just one,
I
please,
also would
please.
like to get a high number on this resilience.
I want to get in the low number.
15.
One.
Did you just say I fail?
Yeah. Oh, I failed.
Yeah, you can just fail.
You can't just say you fail. No. However,
did.
you do have a
11.
you do have a -3, so that is a 9 for you. And you,
Is this a
Gilgamesh,
load-bearing slushy?
and you, Gilgamesh, have a 15. As you drink these down, Muna, you immediately start feeling terrible as you suck down this slushy. You and Ramu seem to have just basically grabbed one and shut them down, as both of you seem to immediately get brain freeze. Gilgamesh, you're fine.
He just drinks it all, just puts the empty glass down, and he goes for another. Completely unfazed. Just like-
Unclueless.
Gilgamesh, drink another one. Or roll me another resilience, Gilgamesh.
He will just drink normally.
You are gonna have a negative associated to this. Oh, there you go.
10, whatever your negative is.
Gilgamesh, as you're just like, this is weird. I don't know why you're freaking out. Ah!
Gilgamesh!
I've
don't
thought
like
about
it.
warning. I really
He
did.
just looks at this drink. It's like, ugh, that's not a
see
good color.
as you stand back gripping at your head, Muna, as you are gripping at yours, and Ramu has fallen. You just see Artemis jump up onto the to the top of the table and just points to you. You have lost to me.
No.
He's just poisoned.
No, you just drank it too fast.
Where the Duke of this place have failed, I have succeeded in defeating you.
Drink too. How can you drink icy water too fast?
The shock of it hurts the brain.
Human bodies are pathetically.
Like the strong alcohols that burn you within. It's the opposite of that.
I never did
I've never
imbibe those.
experienced this.
My brother's always talked about how good those were. If it
You're
was
the
anything
type
like
that might
this, I
actually
don't
think
want
you're a threat.
I am.
I'm so scary.
it.
As she says I am, you notice all the other Artemises have also started drinking slushies. Each of them also gasp in pain, and from that, they all disappear, and all of the slushies clatter to the ground.
Are you
This is
sure
the drink
that
of the gods. I will take on the challenge.
Zarel, you drink it down. Nothing happens.
Oh, okay.
You have a +5, you're fine.
You're
No, whatever.
also you have you're a water type also, so it's fine.
You have a
Water type,
plus
yeah.
5 resilience. You're good. This is fine. You can drink as many of these as you want.
Zarel's just drinking a bunch of this, and it's like weird. When does the pain happen?
Oh.
This is the worst.
The
These are
chosen
actually
one.
pretty good.
He drinks more.
The chosen one.
Ow.
I'm going to try something. It's risky, but might work.
What'll you try?
She's going to try drinking it in little slow bursts.
You did it.
Oh my god.
Fine.
I enjoy the one that has cream in it.
They are very
I
nice.
have
yes.
to admit, the cream was pretty good.
There
You
are
really do
more.
make a mean slushy. This is great.
There is more substance to it.
Mhm.
You guys
Perhaps we
have your
should try a
slushies.
slushie.
You guys have your
Yeah.
slushies. As you guys start to drink your slushies, you guys do hear from the outside of this place what appears to be a crashing sound.
Oh my god, this is gonna be fucking hilarious as she bursts in here.
You do make your ways out as this crashing sound is heard. as you guys go to check, turning around the corner as you do, you would find that several of the large, somewhat floating trucks seem to be making their way into the front of this place. As that is happening, you find that there are quite a number of the heavily armored peeps from before, quite a number of the large power armored people that are making their way through, and you also see that with them there appears to be a couple of people. You would find that I believe you had asked where are the other ones you had asked. There we go. And I believe that is it. Making sure. Yeah, I think that's it. You would find coming in with them, bloop, there is a Prescott as well as a Ragna that seem to have made their way in. However, they are not connected to any of the large settled of the things here. But you do also find, again, the people in power armor have basically started to make their way through, each of them holding on to their little flamethrowers, looking about. The one that appears to have stayed next to Tor, you assume to be Neo, and Prescott and Ragna looking over toward the trucks that apparently have brought them closer, just sort of wander off themselves until they see you guys and start making their way over to you. They were not needed. They were here in case you guys waited after ringing the bell, you see.
Yeah, makes sense.
But as what appears like a small squad of these guys start to go about, Tor barking orders to them as they go, it looks as if they start to look like they are securing the place. One of them makes their way over toward where you guys are. They lift their arm in as if hailing to you, because they would know that there are friendlies here. You hear from Tor yelling to them, "They're fine. Keep on going. Find that whatever that was that flew out of here. Anything you can find." As
There's something that flew out here.
it waves to you and starts making its way away.
Yes. The large
Yeah,
one.
the fucking
The thing we fought before the dragon.
Oh, okay.
You see Prescott and Ragna make their way over. As they do, you find, since this is happening, the Boya making their way off from the area back where there was. You do see that there is a look of somewhat nervousness about their face as they're walking forward, just kind of with their arms outstretched, their legs walking, not really bending them, just goes and stands next to you, Gilgamesh. You can tell that they are obviously trying to hide something, but it is difficult. As they come and stand next to you guys, the music stopped again. How dare you?
How dare the music do
What
that?
about friend armor?
They have not moved since everything had gone down.
Yeah, that makes sense. Time to recharge.
Come on, music. Damn.
I'll put them in. I'll just put them on the chair and carry them out. It's fine.
I mean, there is a strange locker that you could throw in. That's an idea. You can do whatever you want with it, though.
I do have a lot of weird treasure in my pocket, but we'll divvy that up
Treasure.
later. Shut up.
There we go.
Treasure.
I'm getting it in here. I almost forgot to throw her in here.
Oh well, Emerald said it. He was like, "Nah, it's fine."
I know, I forgot.
Fuck
I was gonna do it when Emerald said it, but I forgot. Anyway,
no need, no worry.
as this goes off, Prescott looks around. You guys doing fine?
Just about, yeah.
Seems we're a little late. Luckily for them, I knew how to use the artillery tech that they brought with them.
Thank you for that. That actually helps us a lot.
We realized we weren't gonna make it very soon, and we saw that big thing just kind of floating about and getting bigger above this place. So we thought we should do something. I'm glad that everything went well, though.
Just about well.
There's nothing for me to do then?
At the moment, probably not.
He looks about, sees the flowers on the side of the area, just starts wandering over.
That's it.
We kind of assumed a whole lot more would happen, but it seems I guess we nipped his numbers in the bud without even realizing it.
If his plan was so fragile that it's a single act of removing something caused it to collapse, he was more of a fool than he already knew to be.
I don't entirely know what these peace takers are going to be doing here. He looks over to Rosa. But if there's anything you want to lay claim to, you should probably go and speak to her about it. Especially since this place does belong to her now, right?
Yes.
I'm not seeing that Duke anywhere. He already flee.
That
No,
big thing
He was the big thing.
What?
A last-ditch effort of trying to defeat us, he gave himself up to the demons and became one himself. Unfortunately, we could not stop him without, well, stopping him.
So he became
I'm
some
still not
kind
fully
of
sure how he did it.
he became some kind of mutant then?
He became a true Heartless.
Hmm.
As true as those emblem things are, apparently.
Well, they're going to be securing anything around here. They saw a bunch of people fleeing from this place. I left a couple of cars back behind to have some of them tell them what's going on and potentially to hold on to them. I don't know. But yeah, if you want to do any damage control, going and talking to her is probably the best idea.
She's not going to be too thrilled about it, but there's nothing we could have done.
I am sorry that I had to show them more about my tech. Believe me, I did not want to, but whenever we saw that dragon thing, there was nothing else that I could think of to be done.
It was going to be revealed at some point.
Your aid was appreciated. It did quite a bit to it. Well,
Thank you.
Well,
At any
if we're gonna
rate,
go and talk to them, then I will not do that and go back over here.
must you be so timid in this situation?
Gets closer to you guys and then goes,
That thing still hasn't left,
Hmm.
and I kind of don't think that they're going to like it.
Which thing?
It's still sitting on the. He just like leans over past
you
the tree, like,
see that yes, that that thing you guys believe to be a nobody is still sitting on the fence.
You should definitely draw a picture of it running away.
It appears to be
Oh.
waiting for something, yes. I'm not entirely sure what it is. But
Maybe
the
it's
sooner we
fleshy?
can get it to not be here, the sooner it probably won't either burst into flames or get mad at whoever's trying to burst it into flames.
That's probably wise.
I could deal with it.
They look to their hand, which you guys would know would mean the Keyblade.
But I don't know if I should. It
They
isn't a
haven't
heartless,
done
but
anything.
it is doing something, right? And it feels similar.
It did. Well, two of its friends were taking treasure from the treasure room.
Well, yes, but that wasn't them. I don't think it.
I think it's one of those situations of leaving sleeping dogs lie. Better to not piss it off than piss it off.
And find some way to get it out of here then.
I was more thinking we shouldn't judge a creature for being a creature. only judge it for its actions, and its actions haven't needed justice.
Hey, if we're talking about screwing these guys over, I'm definitely down.
Perhaps we should make it flee. If nothing else, we might run into it again, like we do with other creatures on this world.
Anything I can do to help? Mind if I go and talk with whatever this is with you, Keyblade wielder?
It apparently listens to pictures. What should we draw something for it?
You just see, as they're saying that, you just see just a wide-eyed thing coming from Prescott. You just say picture. You did say picture.
Oh,
Hey!
yes, we have fixed it.
Thank God.
Wait, if he's not saying it though?
No, he's saying pictures.
Okay, just want to be sure. It almost sounded like you were stopping him from saying it a little.
Well, he thought it was gonna stop.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, apparently these
Yes.
things were given pictures in order to give them orders in which to take things.
Well, he like looks around. We can draw out a picture of somewhere we want it to wait, maybe, or maybe somewhere we want to see it again.
That makes sense.
I could kind of draw the. If it's similar to those Heartless, I might not be able to go to the library.
At least inside the dome. What about outside of it?
Well, you could send it to every man. No, that's mean.
No, he'd probably find somewhere to profit off it, and that does not.
Oh, no, don't do that. No!
Mm.
He will not profit. He must suffer. I mean, he must not profit.
Why don't you send it to my dojo?
Your dojo.
If it's a creature similar to these, then it shouldn't have any worry about those that have taken that place over, correct? And you all plan to
That
make
is
your way
true.
there eventually.
We do.
Suppose that is true. That's a good place to start.
I will go and draw a picture of it. Huh. That word's almost nostalgic now.
Picture, image,
Oh.
photo.
Wait,
Drawing.
there's something I must check.
What?
Takes
what?
out a One Piece volume from her fucking.
It is still gone. Just because you can say it doesn't mean they've come back.
They took the.
No.
That is
Quest
real.
for the One Piece.
The One Piece isn't real, folks.
The three of them will make their way. As Booyah, Prescott, and Ragna make their way over. Prescott just wanting to be around anything that fucks over the peace takers.
Yeah.
But as they go off toward the creature, do you guys want to do anything here? Do you guys want to make your way over to Tor?
It's probably a good idea to make our way over to Tor.
Poor honey, darling.
Tor.
Let us get this over with.
You guys find yourselves going over toward where Tor and what you assume to be Neo is. They seem to be looking off toward the building, just standing on the outside of it. You see that Neo is talking into a small device that he seems to have on his arm, raising it up to his head as he's doing so. As you all approach Tor, she looks over to you with a bit of a smile. Tell me there's good news.
Yes, territory is technically put like thumbs back to to Rosa, and no longer the Dukes. Is this good news to you?
They look to you. I do not see them with you. Do you have them subdued somewhere?
Unfortunately,
I'll explain.
Oh, joy.
Unfortunately, the Duke, though we did try to capture him, in us trying to capture him, he used another dirty tactic. And in that tactic, he became that creature that you saw earlier.
He
became that creature?
Yes.
The dragon thing.
Yes.
Indeed.
He became a heartless dragon.
So,
Hmm.
needless to say, at that point, our hands were tied.
If we would have knew that, I wouldn't have let them shoot it down.
Well, how are you going to capture that creature?
We have our ways. We could try to have overpowered it with the suits we brought with us, or even some of the other tech that we have.
You're lucky it lost the ability to spawn more Heartless while it's humanoid.
It was spawning those things.
Before the transformation, he could summon them
Hmm.
from the darkness itself.
I am disappointed
also-
that we can't have him stand trial for his issues. I'm sure that the people
Yes.
back at the base will be rather disappointed as well that one such as evil as his cannot stand trial.
And you don't even know the
It's
half.
just- The things we've learned in the secrets of this place are myriad and vile, even by my standards.
Well, if they can't have him on trial, we could at least show you around and show you, well, the sins of the Duke.
When it comes to this place, you are telling me that everything will make its way to her then?
Unless you want to stake your flag here, and she doesn't want to fight for it. Already lost it all to that crazy Duke anyway after they murdered her parents.
Hmm.
So,
With this place being
what
a
what to do?
safe haven of sorts from the Heartless, I had thought of taking it for my own.
Unlikely now.
It seems that the Haven was because of everything going on.
Oh, so the protections of this place do not matter anymore then?
The Protector, when his control slipped, left.
I see.
A giant Heartless of multiple pieces.
I suppose that makes this place useless to me then.
Unfortunately.
Don't burn it to the ground. I like Rosa.
We will... She looks to you before looking back toward the manor itself. The many hours that everyone had done to make this place, as well as the amount of funds that went into it that should have went into our people. It is difficult for me to say I do not wish to burn it down. To have some kind of
Again.
recompense for this.
We at least have a story to share if you would like to collect the evidence we found.
Hmm.
I have another idea.
Yes, Zarel?
This place is quite big for one person, and we know that parts of it are made out of gummy block.
Gummy
Maybe
block.
some of it could be swapped around?
Hmm.
Deconstruct some of it.
You guys know the gummy block is the foundation of this place.
The gummy
so-
block's the
It is
foundation.
foundation.
Yeah,
Oh,
so-
it's just a foundation? Damn,
Yeah,
they're
it's-
really
yeah.
cheaping out on this fucking
Yeah,
place.
the top of this
Yeah.
can be easily destroyed, but like the stuff underground is all made of gummy block.
That still is the weirdest
We
part
can
about
rip out the
this.
floors, whatever.
He made the
That's
foundation.
still like a decent chunk of gummy block just for the floors.
That still makes me question, though, the fact that he made the gummy block the foundation for this building.
If there
Pretty
is a
sure we've
gummy
been
block
basically everywhere.
foundation here, as well as the idea that this place does have some kind of a, well, bit of strategic value to it, if you could convince her to allow for us to be able to stay here, then I will not take anything from this place. If you can agree to that deal, then I will call back my men and you can gather what evidence you need and we will take it back to the people.
Is that a deal?
All right.
That sounds reasonable.
Again,
That's not fair to me.
as you all said, this place is too big for one person, and if this place does have a base of gummy block around it, it would be rather invaluable to have set up a base here for the peace takers. Not to mention it's right down from the upper city.
If it would make you feel better, though, there would probably be some rooms and some things that may need to be destroyed.
If we're going to stay here, I'm not going to destroy anything, though we could throw things out.
You'll be needing to do a
Together,
lot of
they-
that.
I
Yes.
doubt that you would have time to be sticking around here and throwing anything out.
Yeah, we are literally drawn to all across the city and the continent at this point.
Oh, that isn't what I was meaning. I was hoping you would make it up for me for failing this mission.
What do you mean?
Well, I had asked you all to go and perform this duty, and in return, you would have my full support, if you remember. However,
Yes.
since you'd only done the one thing and not gotten him to stand trial, I would like to ask you for another favor before you get my full support.
That seems pretty fair.
It seems that
But
you
what-
all are very adept at taking care of these creatures, especially since it turned into a giant one of those. I was going to ask if you would make your way to aid other people in the city, or again outside of it. And if you are able to if you're able to cause significant change, or even give a good word for our cause, then I would find myself very much able to aid you again.
Oh,
if
that's
you are
simple.
fine with all that.
It was our intentions anyway. So sure, why not?
There are
Another deal to be made.
There are a couple of names that I would like to go over with you, especially if you plan on going further into the Undercity. Or the lower city, not the Undercity, fuck.
Oh my
I
god,
will
I was about
not
to say, is there a whole layer of this place we didn't even know about?
Honest.
If you want to go
No,
further,
my God.
if you want to go further into the lower city, I expect that you're going to be making your way towards some of the landmarks there, including the prison that's down in that area. There are some names of people there who we would very much like to talk to. And of
More people.
course, if they do still live, there are some very gruesome people there that should stand trial. Either way, we can talk more about that later. I enjoy that we have such a good working relationship so far. In fact, until further notice, you can still hold on to the truck as well if you wish. I see they look over toward where Artemis is. I see you have gotten a new chair.
Yeah,
Found
a
it.
new chair. You
Oh, that's
found
what we
it.
have.
You can use one. You can continue to use the truck we've lent you for the time being.
Thank you.
Again, go and speak with them. If they comply with what I have asked you, then I will call back my men, and then you can gather up whatever evidence you seem willing to part with. I will leave them here, and I will make my way back to the base and let everyone know that they can either find themselves up here inside the manor or stay within the walls of the city, whichever they feel safest.
All right.
All right. You are dismissed. Thank you very much, friends.
Thank you.
Despite things not going exactly how we all wanted, I do feel that we can all be very happy that someone evil has been wiped from this place. They will not have their way with the people any longer.
Never again.
And
Rest the
that-
souls that have already been affected by him.
And that is something to celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
They walk over toward Neo, leaving you guys where you are.
Well, let's see if Rose is fine with this. Who knows how many of the soldiers still here are even going to work with her?
Probably not.
At the very least, it is very good that they would have some kind of a defensive force.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go talk to them. But first, there's something important I want to say to the three of you.
Fine, I'll leave.
Oh, you could be
I will
here
put
too.
I put my hands in my ears and pretend I don't hear you.
As Luna looks strict for a moment, and then jumps in for a group hug.
Aw.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah!
Sure. He will gingerly hug the two of them.
He doesn't
There
move his
is no
arms.
gingerly. You have been pulled in.
Gilgamesh is just standing there like,
I just want to say that I appreciate every one of you. And I'm glad we were able to at least help somebody.
At least help a few. They're a pretty good bunch.
Yes, exactly. Sorry. I haven't been used to saving a bunch, and I hope we could save a few more. That said, though,
Hopefully.
I'll go talk, but
Good luck.
if they need
I like
time
the
alone,
because we're all so fucking tall. You didn't just like leave the hug. You're just gonna like limbo out of the hug and just walk.
You jumped onto us. Zarel is basically holding your weight as you are hugging all of us.
Muna, as you make your way to go talk to Rosa, the other three look to each other and then follow after you because there's nothing they can do here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Gilgamesh is gonna go do something. He's gonna go get the chair.
I was
He's
gonna
gonna
say,
go-
if you guys would like, you guys have mentioned getting any kind of evidence that you would like to get against the Duke. Could we say that during this time that Muna is speaking to Rosa, you guys would be trying to go and grab anything like that?
Sounds good to me.
Let's
Yep.
do it, baby.
Okay. We will
Awesome.
say that Gilgamesh, you were able to get your new chair to the truck with the aid of Zarel and the cheering on by Artemis and Hibiki. After you guys do such a thing, the three of you would start to make your way back into the place. Out of the three of you, looking around for things, other than I guess just the wives themselves, which would be able to give a full testimony if needed, I would like to know what exactly do you guys want to take from this place that will prove the Duke's evils?
Is the girl that we knocked out still here?
She is still upstairs, yes.
Let's
Because
see
she
if
was knocked
there's
out. She
literally
couldn't.
anything.
She was knocked out. She could not leave when everybody else ran away.
She could not leave.
Mhm.
We'll help her. Let's
She, in
get
fact,
out of
could not leave.
We're not even sure if she's actually alive. So
Zarel, you're gonna make your way to them.
Yeah.
Okay. What about Gilgamesh and Hibiki? What do you guys think you guys can go and try to grab to help prove the evils of this man?
here.
his diary.
So much of this place is welded down. Were we only able to take the whole dungeon with us?
If we had a camera, we could just start taking pictures. But
there are some demon statues. I don't know if they do anything.
Camera.
Yo, let you pictograph demons?
If you guys just for trying to help you guys out with anything, would the two of you like to roll for your experience, please, so I can give you some ideas, maybe?
yeah. I will throw out that
Appreciate
I do remember that there is a bloody sheet that we could also grab.
And the note, but
The
I
note
got
and the
an
sheet are
11.
two good ones.
Yeah.
I got an
Roll.
11 on the experience roll.
Okay, what are you getting, Hibiki?
I got a 7 with a +3, so that's a 11.
7 plus 3 is an 11.
I mean
10.
4.
Oh, plus 4. Okay,
said-
yeah, it's a 10.
Yeah, sorry.
That's 11. Yeah. Both of you with 11s. You guys would also remember, other than the notes, which again would be very good since they were literally telling people to kill each other, which is bad.
Bad thing. This shouldn't happen.
You guys do know that down in the tunnels below, there is obviously the small little library there that is probably to do with some more culty activities that would be around.
How to start your own cult. Scientology 101.
You don't know if anything there would be entirely great to grab, but there are things down there potentially. You guys would also know that if you wanted to prove that they were doing something odd, you could try to show them the statue that is in the room that covers the entranceway to the family crypt. You guys know that the worship of this version of the second dragon is currently outlawed. That could be something you guys could do. However, that might make Rosa sad. You guys could take down the names of all the dragons, and of course be able to, with Gilgamesh's help, bring up the fact that all of them are fucking wrong.
Yeah.
In its entirety. You could also try to take any of the what's the word that I'm trying to find for it. You guys could try to take any of the demon statues, though they would be heavy. You could just show them off to one of the large power armor boys. They would most likely be able to pick them up with no problem. And finally, if I am remembering correctly, when we go up,
You're giving us a lot for 11s. That's awesome.
We've been all
there
up
are
and
some
down this entire fucking building.
I'm not telling you guys very, very, very important things. But where is
the Countess still here?
Right. You guys also know there are a bunch of bodies downstairs.
Oh yeah, corpses.
There are a bunch of corpses downstairs in the dungeons that are there that would definitely prove some kind of evils and things that were there. But yes, the ones that are big are most likely the letters, the corpses, and of course the statues.
Yes, Sarah could also provide testimony, and of course, again, Countess, she lived here.
And our best boy, Mark.
The bestest of
We'll
boys.
see. We'll see if he's willing to come
He was only so good he got his own room. Come on. He has a diary that says, "Today, my master asked me to murder 7 people today."
You guys definitely know, now that you bring that up, you guys definitely know that a diary from one of the heads of his guard would probably be a good thing to give off if you want to find somebody guilty of things.
Gilgamesh is gonna go get that fucking book.
No! Out of everyone, Gilgamesh will? Hell yeah.
Wait, no, but
Well, of
That
course
is-
Gilgamesh will. We just have like moonheads there. I'm like, no, I would never.
Gilgamesh just had like a brain moment of, he's literally the right hand of this guy.
but
You're gonna get Mark killed.
Go ahead, Luna.
Are you going to expose to the world Mark's vor fetish?
Yes.
Here's my argument. They might just decide to sacrifice Mark for his crimes.
Well then,
If it was possessed by a heartless, what crime?
I'm just saying, we're currently out of person to judge for crime. I think they'll just take whatever now.
oh no, this random guard that we kind of liked a little bit's gonna be in trouble for things that he helped cause in his diary that he wrote down. If there's evidence in there, oh no.
If
Yeah, I like him. Fuck you. Suck my dick.
that's fair, but they
Like him
could.
too. His accent's funny.
I like him as well, but I'm realistic.
I am neutral.
Just get the fucking book. You know,
If it's Gilgamesh going and doing it, then it doesn't matter what anybody else says. Gilgamesh will go and do it. Hibiki, what about you? What are you
definitely
planning to go and grab to prove anything?
he will grab the notes and the sheets because those are just in the same room.
Definitely can do so. And would you like to point out the demon statues to one of the guards here, one of the
Yes.
the power armor boys?
Yes, he will.
Okay. So I want to know: are you pointing out the statue off into the
No.
sitting room? Are you pointing out this statue?
Not that one. No.
Okay. Because you know for a fact that one is most likely a bad thing.
That
However,
one's most
Rosa,
likely a bad thing, but
however,
Rosa,
likes it. It's that you
And do
hate
you know
it because
what?
they
It's-
like it.
They
My
hate it
grandpa
because
lives
Rosa
there.
likes it. And then we find out, oh no, Rosa was evil the entire time. Later down the line with her statue.
That's why I feel no emotion, because I'm the evil.
Because I'm a sociopath, and the actual one causing the ritual.
And since he's probably also pointing out the one in the library, he'll probably make mention that there are corpses in the dungeon.
Okay. With that being said, we will go to the two people who are talking to things. First, we're gonna go to Zarel. Zarel, you would make your way up into the 3rd floor. As you do so, you find yourself over by where Hilda's room would be, because you guys named them Hilda.
Yeah, apparently we did.
It
As
was me. I named them Hilda.
As you step to the door, you would knock upon it. You would note that they still seem to be somewhat knocked out, somewhat out of it. However, they are somewhat conscious. They are somewhat awake. They are looking about. You can tell just by looking at them, there is more movement, more, I guess, wasted movement from them. They aren't working like some kind of a clockwork soldier at this point. They're more like kind of blinking about, kind of looking about the area. As you approach the area, as you approach the room, they would turn to look at you, still laying in the bed.
Are you alright? Are you evil still?
Yes.
Evil still.
It's probably a good sign. How are you feeling?
I am feeling. I'm sorry. I do not know.
How you're feeling?
Yes.
They look to their hand. They sort of like turn it. They seem to look back up to you.
What am I?
I believe you are a person, I would have to assume.
That does
I
not
believe that is a colloquial term.
that does not seem correct, but not incorrect, I guess. I am not supposed to be here. Am I?
In this area, I mean, I believe that you are technically supposed to be here, but
No,
I suppose you don't have to be anywhere.
I mean, here. Alive. Here. Something calls to me.
They
Something
look over
calls
toward the
to you.
window.
The ground.
The ground calls to you.
And the air.
And the air. What, do you believe you should not be alive right now?
I do not believe I am supposed to be, no.
But it looks like you are.
Yes. Yes, I am. And you are?
I'm Zarel. I'm pleased to meet you. I extend a hand, although you look very dead.
They look to your hand, they extend theirs as well, but they don't clasp it because they're just kind of doing what you're doing.
In time, your executioner.
Stabs. No.
I got it!
They have their hand extended. They are not touching your hand, but they have their hand extended.
No, you see, you do it like this, and just go ahead and grabs Diane, and then shakes it up and down.
Oh. Hmm. I am Golem?
Golem.
Or maybe that is not me, but what I am? Maybe?
So instead of being a person, you are a golem.
Oh, that's what's going on.
If you remember, you guys have been told that the creatures that were here, the people that were about, were created of death and darkness. These creatures are essentially ghouls in a sense, but they are artificially created. They weren't people before. They were kind of just flesh before.
You were meat, and now you are meat in a shape.
Yeah. They are, in a sense, if we look at, like, for example, D&D terms, they are in a sense a flesh golem, only probably a lot more human looking at the very least, because they needed them to be.
Yeah.
As she looks to it, I do not know what I am to do.
I suppose there is nothing to currently tell you to do anything, no, if what we had known had been... Sorry, excuse me, do you remember anything?
Remember anything?
Well, you say you have to do something, well, maybe you had to do something for someone else, do you happen to remember any of that?
Oh, yes, I remember my orders. But they are not... They were not me, then. That is what I would do before the ground and the air were calling to me. I was told to take care of this place and take care of tasks here and to defend this place. But that was before I started thoughting. Thinking. Yes, that was before me. They go to stand up.
Being new at thinking is hard.
I will.
Well,
I will do whatever you say.
why would you have to do whatever I say?
'Cause I do not have anything to do now. I do not want to do the things from before. I believe if I continue to do those, I will try to stab you again.
I don't like being stabbed.
I do not think I would enjoy stabbing you.
I wish that the air and the ground would tell me what to do. All I can feel is
Is?
release.
Or do you not know?
Release?
What sort of release? I'm sorry if I'm not following.
I feel like I shouldn't be, but I am. And it is because of the air and the ground. That's all I know.
Well, I have to be honest, I don't really know if there's anything to do, but I suppose I am looking for something if you would like to help.
Yes, I will help.
Well, the person who had previously owned this place, I was attempting to look for some... What would be the word here? Evidence?
Mm-hmm. Nod, nod. And what is that?
You see, evidence is something that, when shown, proves another thing.
That could be
For example,
a lot of
if I were
here.
to show you some dirt,
Mm-hmm.
I could show you that there is earth around.
Oh, so evidence of what then?
Evidence of... Is there evidence of how you were made?
Oh, yes. Yes, there would be.
Do you know where I can find some of that?
Yes, I can take you there.
Oh, I'd appreciate it.
They start to walk by you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you wish to follow after them?
Waddle, waddle away, waddle, waddle.
As everybody is gathering their things, as Gilgamesh and Hibiki, you guys would make your way out with your things to take to the peace takers, as well as the guy would bring out one of these statues. Zarel, you would follow after this golem lady to apparently find out something that would be in evidence with them. Before we get to what that is, we will go to Muna. Muna, you go to Rosa. As you are doing so, Rosa is standing next to Suzu. As they see you approaching, what would you like to start? How would you like to start things off?
Hello, darlings. How are you doing?
Oh, there you are, Muna. Fine. I am fine. I'm fine. We're fine.
I see you've picked a few things up from Rosa.
We're still working on conjoined words.
Well, as long as she has you to help her.
It's sad that we don't have any of the, I guess, times that I remember with you, Suzu, but at the same time, I guess that was kind of just as you were going autopilot. It's between that and knowing that the Banshee was here all along, it makes me wonder whether if I did enough.
You see that they seem to show a slight bit of emotion, a slight bit of sadness here, just like they did whenever they were upstairs. A sadness that they shouldn't, according to them, be able to feel. However, you know, it's easier to feel sad for these guys than it is for this asshole brother dying.
Of course you've done enough. You've done plenty. We wouldn't have the Suzu we have here without you.
I do not know if that's entirely true. You were all planning to
course it
come
is.
here and take my brother anyway, were you not?
Well, yes, but without your assistance and without you as motivation, who knows what would have happened?
Hmm.
A connected heart is stronger than you think.
Well, I guess I will take that for now. But what is it that you need? You made your way over here pretty quickly upon talking with that lady over there.
Ah, yes. I want to make sure everything is right because, unfortunately, she wanted to talk a bit of business, if you wouldn't mind me talking to you about that.
Sure, what is it?
She's going to explain the situation with the...
So they
What
want
she's-
to make their way here, in exchange for not taking the manor?
Well, in a sense, yes.
I'll be
But-
perfectly honest. I'm not really too connected with this place. I have another smaller place in the city. That's where I was at before. I'm not really connected to that place though either, to be honest with you. The only thing here that has anything to do with me is the family crypts and whatnot. Though I guess I would like to see them not raided at all.
Yes. I didn't want to mention the crypts to them for obvious reasons.
As long as they're fine with staying out of certain places here, I do not mind having people around. Especially since everybody else had left.
Yes. I hope you'll forgive them. They did have him as a leader after all.
You see them think to themselves for a bit.
I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about them, to be honest. It might be better to have a fully new amount of people around.
But that'd be good then. Especially since, as good as the library is, there is something cozy about this place, so maybe I'll visit a few times.
Why will you come here?
Why wouldn't I?
I suppose I can come back with you if you plan to come back.
Oh, are you set on leaving this place then?
Oh, yes, I don't want to stay here. I will stay back at the library.
Well, we had nothing to worry about then.
The library? Oh, yes, there's a large dome of light over by the library, and it stops Heartless from getting in. So it's probably a lot safer there than here.
Yes, especially since your guardian deity quotations seems to have left.
If we do move, I would like to find some way to lock up the crypt if possible, and I would like to find some way to move the statue of the second dragon if I can.
Maybe that's something to talk about with your it was grandfather, right? Or great grandfather? I can't remember the details.
Oh, I don't know. He would have difficulty finding his way about. I've never really talked to him about any one thing over any course of time, any serious things at least. But he should be able to get through even if I lock it. I just wish to make sure the one from the inside is taken care of. It gives a lot of
which
petals.
Which one from the inside? Sorry, that might be me.
Yeah, the one we're talking about over here. This one here.
The one that would be a cultish and is the second dragon is the one that does the pedal thing. That thing that could be used as evidence, but very illegal.
Yeah.
She doesn't want this to stay here if she's not here, is the big thing with her.
Okay. I see what you mean, yes.
I would also like to make sure that I get my Pegasus out if possible as well. Though I do understand that apparently those glass things up there cannot be broken easily.
Not easily, but we'll do our best to get them for you. It's the least we could do.
I'm sure if we tried to offer other things to the ones that are here, they could try to break them for us.
True, we haven't tried with... Well, I wouldn't know what would break, what would melt. Don't want to damage them, that's for sure. Either way, we'll see if we can get some assistance.
I've lost someone.
I know you did. We're trying to get them back.
We've all lost someone in our times.
The mouse is gone.
No!
Rip.
It is gone, and it is never coming back.
It's never coming back, huh?
Yeah, because I can't find it.
Well, what's that behind your ear? Where are they?
I'm looking.
He's gone forever. Don't know where it's at.
Whisper show.
Either way,
Well, if you're wanting to figure out how to break something, could you be more specific on what it is?
Oh, right. Explains the glass to them.
Some kind of gummy glass. Well, you would need some kind of a tool that is specifically made to destroy such a thing. For example, the miners on the meteorites that surround this world use pickaxes made out of gummy block to get things done there. However, a hammer made of gummy block could do the same thing, but not an axe. Gummy block is made to do specific things that would go with its charge. So you would need some kind of a gummy glass maker tool, or again, a gummy hammer would probably do. Maybe some kind of a gummy chisel or something, or you could get even more specific if you'd like and get a gummy glass blowers kit or anything of the sort. You would need something like that. If not,
Emerald found them!
yay. If not, just something that it would be powerful enough to overpower a gummy block, such as a powerful spell or enchantment of some sort.
I could do spells.
I do not know if the amount of magic I feel from you is going to do much to it, especially since most of the magic you seem to carry inside of you has a tinge of darkness about it that is going in complete antithesis of a gummy block. Gummy block repels that kind of magic. Though if you had a powerful source of light, maybe you could do something such as that. Oh, well, Suzu does. I do. You did that thing where you oh, you weren't here, you weren't noted that creature reached an arm into our bedroom, and then you struck it with light, and you sent it flying away. I did. That doesn't seem like me. It was very impressive, and I appreciated it.
It might have been the last thing you've done consciously before everything happened.
I do not remember knowing such magics. In fact, whenever I was back in my world, I had favored darkness magic. Though they bring their hand to them as they seem to say a name of something under their breath, but nothing comes to them. I have noticed that that magic does not seem available to me. Perhaps it is because I lost my book. Light magic, huh? I could try. Then shall we make our way up?
Yes.
I would like to see this myself, yes.
And I'd like to help if I can, but we'll talk about that when we get there.
You guys make your way up to the second floor. It'll be around this time people will be talking and doing their things and yada yada. As you would make your way to the second floor and go off into the area, they look over toward the different remaining things here. Do you recognize any of these other things here? No, but that is definitely a Starfar there. Though, right now they look a little sus.
God damn it.
I'm so tired.
A susta.
Remember, it does not look like it does not look like an Among Us. It looks like a statuette of a Pegasus.
I understand now why you were upset about it.
Yes, it was a very important item. As they bring themselves over to it, I can try.
As you're trying, try to think of someone important to you as you try.
Someone important?
Someone you're willing to defend.
Well,
Not out of duty, but because you want to protect them.
Well, that's easy. They're right there. They look toward the statue. Oh, okay then. I'm playing.
Well, I'm being vague because I figured that would be the first thing she would think of. Let's
As
continue.
they look to the thing here, roll me for your negotiation.
All right.
See if I can give any help to this lady.
All right. Negotiation is a +2.
I appreciate you
Oh, that
shaking it
was-
beforehand. I don't think it does anything. Roll me one more time though, brother.
All right. Thank you, person. I just like the sounds, okay? No.
They're not gonna have any addition to this. I'm gonna roll for them. Does anybody want to use any of their tokens for this?
My 3 are spent here, so.
Are they?
Damn it, this would be the one time, though not about me, lovers would be an appropriate thing to put in this.
You do in fact have like 4 or 5 of these here, and like 4 fake hearts over there. Get more of those, man.
Let's see. What is this again?
If you give them guidance tokens, which is what these are, they are like that in every game we play. Well, if you give them guidance tokens, they can get extra rolls on the things.
they're like the eye thingy.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can use up to 3 of them if you wish.
1, 2.
Okay.
We will roll 3 times then. First roll. That is an 18. Second roll. That was almost a 20. And final roll. Okay. They look toward this thing. As they do. I think I feel it. What you said. That light magic. As they put their hand out over top of the glass, or at least something of a spark of it. Yeah. Spark. As they say this, you see charging upon the palm of this person, a small mote of light appears in their hand that seems to shine outwards from even the other side of their skin. You see as if someone shines a flashlight against bare skin, as a red tinge comes from the other side of their hand, but it again is completely enveloped by the white light on the other side. As it happens, they cast this magic, and as soon as they do, they feel an overwhelming sense of fatigue roll over them. But they do cast it, and as they do, cracks appear all over the glass in front of you. They seem to fall. As they fall down, the glass around this thing shatters. So it's true. Interesting.
It must be something you have that has awakened in this world.
Maybe. They get themselves to their feet, a little shakily at first, but then they reach out and they grab the statuette into their hands. It still saddens me to see them like this, but even being this close to them, I feel better. If there is a way to return them, I will find it.
Good.
As they say this, they look around toward the other things. I do not think I have anything else. These things here, they have no interest to me. She then turns and starts walking.
Well.
Well, if these have any interest to those people here, then we can tell them that they're here and that... Shrug. If they want anything to do with them, then they can ask me. I sense that these are powerful items as well. If we do allow for those people to take them, you should try to ask for something substantial in return, since this is your property after all.
Oh, can I have this one while we're here?
She said she wasn't going to open the other ones. She's already walking away. So unless you can open it.
No, at first, Muna looks like she's gonna try opening. She does close her eyes and just goes, I don't think just mere friendship will be enough.
It is the antithesis of the magic I feel inside of you. You would have a very difficult time taking this thing over with any elemental or dark magics.
I think I'm fine for now.
Hmm.
That kind of magic may be too foreign for me.
Perhaps it is not something that comes easily to people. That being said, if that person has learned it and they said they were a dark specialist before, then I don't see why you can't.
I could think of a few reasons, but for now, I'm going to accept my losses.
If that is what you think. Should we head down then?
Of course. Are you doing all right?
I am still trying to come to grips with everything, but at the same time, I believe I'm doing rather well.
And that's good.
When I look at Suzu, and whenever I think about the Banshee, I feel sad, at least as close as I think I can feel it, but I don't feel anything like that from my brother, so I can only assume that whatever they have done and whatever has become of them, they deserve it.
That is true.
It's a rather binary way to think of things, but yes.
Well, when it comes to people like that, you may not immediately feel what you truly feel. Or maybe this is just it. Either way, whatever you feel, that is your feeling to have.
I believe
Does not make...
I believe that if I do find out what's wrong with me or what's missing from me, perhaps I will think on something else. But for now, from everything you've told me and everything that you've said does feel correct, I do not think I will waste too many thoughts on them for now.
Very well.
I do wish to see if I can find Gilgamesh and Zarel, though. See if they can aid me in at least putting that statue somewhere else.
Of course, of course. Breaks wall. Hey, I'm kidding.
You guys will make your way down. As you guys do, Suzu will be leading the area as well. Before we get to any grand re-meeting of everyone, Zarel, you would be following after the golem lady. I'm gonna take their name off because their name is not Hilda. They in fact don't got one. As they walk you out, they look over, they get to around this point, they look off to the northern area, and then they look off to the eastern area, and they look back to you. This way would be easier. As they make their way off to the north. You follow after them. They seem to bring you over toward the area beyond the guest house. As they do, you make your way inside of it. It appears to be a large storage area of sorts. Upon stepping into this place, they do bring you out and about toward where a staircase would be. Down here. This is where I was made.
In this area specifically?
Well, you'll see. It is difficult to explain.
Well, we won't want to find out then.
You make your way down the stairs. As you do, you are brought to this area. As you come down, you note that there is a large area in this place that seems to be for mostly things. I wasn't supposed to open this area up here up first, but you know, there's an area up here that you can see now.
The runway.
As they make their way over, they step forward, they look over toward the wall, and as they do, they put their hand upon it. And you find what appears to be a small tunnel on the other side. They look back to you.
Why is there a slowly approaching Mark?
Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. He's gonna get you. He's coming.
He heard you talking
Oh,
shit
friend.
about his diary.
Anyway,
Well, I found it funny. Let's continue.
you guys would find your way going into the small walkway that would lead you further and further on, passing by all of the people that aren't here, until you find what appears to be a large open area of very thin amounts of water. As it opens up into this area, you look about, you find that there are cracks all throughout the walls. You find that there are seemingly small amounts of lights all the way around, seemingly just off on each of the pedestals, the 4 pedestals that are here. As she motions forward, this is where we rise.
From this area.
My previous owner would, before I was able to do thinking, whenever I was created, I would come here. If there was ever a problem, I would come here. And whatever is beneath the water would aid me and repair me. And the creature that would stay here I would feed on the darkness it would have.
So there was some sort of creature here that let you feed from it?
It was like the creature that had came out of me when you were fighting me, only it was much larger.
She steps in, looking about.
My owner would feed it many things. They would bring down people from above, ones that commit atrocities, ones that would harm each other. It would bring them down here and they would fall to their own darkness. And that creature would take them. And every time it would take them, some of us would get stronger. Sometimes we would rise up from the waters. We would have been given these forms of flesh from nothing. Nothing but what was laid here before us. He would, for every one of us, he would need 2 or 3 or even 4 others. One who would commit such atrocities and the other who would be victims of them. He would call us golems or sometimes ghouls. The strongest of us he would put in armor. And the rest of us he would make unassuming and put us inside of the manor. Those in armor, they would not look as complete as us. Underneath, they would be dark or grotesque even. They were told to not speak because they had not came out correctly, and the noises they would make would be guttural, almost gurgling as if they were drowning. They would be like that from staying in the waters here too long.
This water's like shallow, right? Like it's just, we're walking on it.
It is very shallow.
Yeah.
You would look up as you would see that there is apparently more water just sort of dripping down from above. You would note that there is a small light up above, and you do remember seeing this above the area, a small pond.
Yeah, the hole.
But other than that, it does seem as if the area around here is very shallow. As you step forward, you would find that it seems to be kept that way all throughout. However, standing a little bit near where the center is, you would see that those cracks that were all around this area, there also appears to be writing all the way around. And as you look down, you would also find the unmistakable look of darker waters, and even looking similarly enough to blood as you would look around. Which again, you're not the biggest fan of, especially seeing it upstairs. And from what she says, the entire reason that Cocklicott would have people kill each other in his place would be so that those people would then fall to their own darkness and become either heartless fodder or ghouls for him to be used.
Yeah.
Cocklicott was not a nice guy.
Yeah, he was a fucked up man. He built a Minecraft mob farm. What the fuck?
Wasn't even very efficient. Apparently it took 3 or 4 guys to make one other guy.
Oh my fucking god, what the fuck did he do to these people? What are you?
Clearly torment and an amalgamation of various different people morphed into one horrible suffering creature.
They are nothing but
the
flesh.
more we learn about him, the more I'm glad that we fucking set him on fire instead of doing whatever the fuck Tor wanted to do.
Yeah, fuck what Tor wanted to do. Fuck that.
They are nothing but flesh. They don't even have bones.
They don't even got bones. We can't
So
break
what
your
you're telling
bones.
me is squishy.
Very squish.
Very squish.
As she looks toward it, she looks back to you. This would be a place to show them. If you were wondering of anything, it would be very easy to see that there was once bodies here. This is, even if they cannot find the true nature of this place, this is at the very least where he would take his victims. That is the evidence you would need?
This is pretty strong evidence, I feel.
It would really suck to have a boss battle in this area because all the water that's around would potentially cause problems and you might slip, except for you because you have a water thingy, but the other 3 that were with you might have a problem.
I'm pretty sure
It would be a shame if there was a boss battle here.
And
They
I'm
will
pretty
all be here like, I don't like this water, and this water sucks.
I'm pretty sure one of you was a double fruit user. I'm not saying which one.
I read it in a book once.
Did it have images on it?
Not anymore.
The chosen one.
But I don't remember them because that was before I was thinking.
No! I like the idea that they fucking made her read One Piece before she could think.
That was before I got thoughted.
I'm sure I'm not that far behind. There was a time skip?
Oh my god.
Upon you seeing this, she does bring you away. You would
Thank
make
you.
your way back out
Dear God.
from where this is. Upon passing by where the stables are, you would find that there is a guy there looking into the area as if inspecting the dirt that should be field and feed. There is no longer a guy. They are gone. No longer a lankyman. You do find that it looks as if Prescott and Ragna are on either side of the armor and are carrying it out. With
Yes, good.
Boya just kind of like watching them and just give a wave over. They just like look to it. They look to you. They shrug. They walk by. As You would make your way back to the area in front. Gilgamesh, you and Hibiki would have given your stuff to Tor. You guys would meet back up with Muna. Muna and Rosa would ask you guys to at least try to get the statue out. Hibiki, you would have most likely out of everybody thought to just kind of throw some kind of a curtain over it.
Yeah, he would have grabbed like something from like one of the windows, just like over that. If it wasn't enough, grab more.
At which point,
Kind of
Suzaru and Gilgamesh, you guys would be able to easily bring the statue out. As you guys put it inside of the truck, Zarel would make their way back with the one from upstairs. As they approach, Zarel, you make your way over and you do tell Tor about the area, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
You tell them, at which point, Muna, you would also, upon coming down, tell them that Rosa seems to be fine with them staying here, as long as they talk to her about using any of the amenities that are here, as well as taking any of the items that are here, and they can work out some kind of a price for using such things. And of course, not to do anything with the crypt, as well as the church that is around here. As all of that seems to happen, again, you all are now around the same area once more.
Well,
So,
I hope our
what did I
searches have
miss in this part?
just finding evidence in our own ways.
Mm-hmm.
Suzaru just over sitting down in the grass holding onto the little statue.
Oh, good, you were able to get that.
She's so free.
Buddy.
She's so happy and free. Well, happy is a strong word, but free is a strong word. But
She's so happy and wondering why it wasn't horse thoughts that made the happiness juice go.
Well, at any rate, were our
Wow.
searches successful? From what Zarel mentioned, I'm not even shocked anymore.
As you say that, you kind of motion to Zarel. There's just a person standing behind Zarel.
yeah.
It was,
Sorel is currently giving her the last piece of cheese he has for her hard work.
She takes it. She looks at the pocket cheese and then starts to eat it.
You get it.
Oh,
You understand everything there is about this world.
This is the
thought all
first
the
thing.
help ran.
This is the first thing I have ever eaten.
Is it good?
I'm sorry.
Mhm.
What?
It's a good day.
It's very Gouda.
Oh my god.
Yay!
I bet she only knows that because Cock to Cot liked that fucking joke.
No, do not sully puns! Kills Hibiki.
Well, I'm dead.
Cas Bazera.
Dies to D4
So-
damage.
So who is that?
This is the one that we had seen previously upstairs. I believe that she is a golem.
Good. That makes sense.
Hmm.
Well, it's good to meet you. Do you
Some
have a
kind
name
of-
yet?
Golem or a ghoul. Maybe a ghoulam.
A golem.
It looks strangely like everything else that ran out of here screaming.
I am Golem now.
No,
I
your name.
don't.
Do not name it, we will have to keep it.
I do not have one yet. I will ask the air and ground if I ever understand them.
They say your name is Hilda.
No.
Oh my god. You can't
That's
have
the one thing I
listen,
know. The one thing they've told me is that my name isn't Hilda.
And that Will should shut the fuck up.
We have too many things with H names in these games, alright guys? It needs to be something.
Okay.
It's almost like you
Okay.
can't name everything you come across.
Yeah. So
Okay.
the air
We'll
and
name
earth will
them
name it.
Zarel. That won't be confusing. Zarel with an S.
Sorrel.
Zarel.
Anyway,
Anyway.
fantastic. You'll name yourself. No.
Oh, they're your,
I
how
am
did your
cheese
quest go?
now. Oh, no, play.
I am good.
Considering everything.
You want me to have an H name? I am Havarti.
Oh God.
No, anyway, keep going. Sorry.
Well, considering all the nightmares we found in here, the only thing I could really think of as proof positive that wouldn't be ripping it out of the ground was this. It just holds up Mark's diary.
You would have already given that to Tor.
Yeah,
All right.
I assumed that you and
Apologies,
Hibiki.
I missed that part.
Yeah, I assumed that you and
Yeah.
Hibiki would have handed
Okay.
off the
Yeah.
things of evidence you guys would have.
He mentions that. I'll try again. I handed that guard's little journal.
Hmm.
What?
I mean, I believe it. If it helps the case to rest, it's in good hands, I hope.
Yeah.
Off
There's
with
no
his
reason.
head!
There would be no given. What reason would there be to punish that one? It didn't do anything. As far as we knew, the Heartless may have flown out of that at some point. Besides, the Duke's dead. Who cares anymore? As far as I'm concerned, we finished our objective here. So,
There was one other thing I wanted to check on before we decided to just leave.
I
The Countess's room.
thought you would have searched that already.
No, I didn't have the time. Too busy collecting the gross pieces of evidence without, having to touch all of it. I took a couple of sheets.
Why would you not have to touch? What was the point of gathering it if you weren't going to try and touch it?
The bloody sheets. I don't want to get blood all over me, Gilgamesh. Short
So-
answer is I didn't have time to go check on it myself.
Fine, let's check it off our list then we can move on to more important things. You're so keen on seeing where they are. Which,
I mean, hell, she could be dead in there and we've just been running around it without ever checking.
Ew,
I
ew,
mean,
I don't
Oh,
want to
she
do that
doesn't
then.
check me to- Oh, she doesn't seem like this type to die that easily.
if she did, I'd be disappointed.
Here, if something's in there, you take this,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll take this.
If
Uh, and that thing can strike down with the power of the heavens like it did on the other thing.
All right, we'll use the entire power of the heavens.
Ika.
I thought we didn't want to break the manor.
That thing did apparently use an extremely large amount of electricity for something so small.
Makes you wonder what it had to fight in its world. Because it
Yeah.
seems to be an animal.
Flexes.
It
Yes,
is
you're very strong.
intriguing.
Head
I-
pats.
If ever possible, perhaps I would like to see what lives in that world.
Fucking Rayquaza shows up, you look up at it. Bring it on!
I'm gonna wrestle it.
Brother?
You're at dragon. Get the fuck over here.
Gilgamesh looks up. Brother?
You guys
Okay.
make your way back inside. We will get you guys up to the second floor. Bloom. As you guys would get yourselves into the tiny little workshop that you guys have found before. The one that seemingly has all of the different plants and other things that are all around it. As Hibiki, you would make your way over toward the door that would lead into the, hopefully the Countess's room. As you go to it, Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop,
There you
bloop.
go, Hibiki. Stalk her home.
Hooray!
Also, they have their own bathroom.
Of course they did.
personal
They would have, of
bathroom.
course, taken a room that had its own bathroom. Why wouldn't she?
The
As-
princess shits alone.
As you would open up this place and step inside, you would find that, unlike the room you see in front of you, you find a room that seems completely stripped. As you look inside, it seems eerily as if none of the things inside this room has ever been touched. The bed that seems to be made seems as if it has not a single wrinkle about it, despite again how it looks. You find that there is a seemingly fine layer of dust over any of the cabinets that are in the area. You would even find that there is a quite a few, from what you can tell, to be potion bottles on the desk off to your left upon entering, that seem as if they are completely untouched. As you look around the area, you do find that while you're inside of this room, there is a strangeness to it. Muna and Gilgamesh, I would like the two of you to roll me for your instinct, please.
Yeah. Okay.
By that, I mean your insight.
Hell yeah.
All
Hell
right.
yeah.
We.
One day I'll get the 2 insight and then I can roll for the.
No, that's inside of 4. I don't know shit.
All right. A inside of 17.
Muna, as you look around the room, you do find that there is something odd about it. Obviously, this place has been lived in to some extent, but as you step around, you find that the magic that seems to be coming from this place does not feel personal enough. Usually whenever you're in the home of some kind of a magician or some kind of other person, you're able to sense something about that person around the area, something about the magics they practice or the spells they have enchanted on themselves, or even just some of the things about them. And you know that this person is somewhat of a magician. You know that you can feel that around, but it feels as if this place was just wiped clean entirely. The only thing that comes to mind as you look around this area is over at those potion bottles I had mentioned before. As you look to them, you get the same feeling from those potion bottles. There are 3 of them in total on the side of the room. You get the same feeling from them as you got from the large magical circle that was down in the basement of this place. The one that was over here that you guys had taken advantage of before. The one that was apparently going to rip the Artemis in two. It just feels the same, like some kind of a similar-esque thing to it.
Interesting.
As you look to them, you're decently sure from what you've been told by Rosa as well as by Artemis that these are similar enough to the drinks that they would have been drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's unfortunate. Might be worse than drinking slushies.
Unfortunate. What'd you find over there?
Chill.
Mm.
Muna,
Yeah, those are
as you bring them over, Hibiki, as you look to the 3 potions that are here,
Are they filled or empty?
they're all 3 filled. They don't look as if they've been touched. They're still completely corked. However, again, looking at the 3 of them, they're here. Muna picks up a couple of them. You note, as you look to them, there is a glow coming about your chest once again. As this glow happens, you find that not only are 2 of the potions that are in the room glowing, but 2 of your friends are glowing as well. As you look to
Which
the
two?
two potions, and then you look over towards Zarel and Gilgamesh, it instantly clicks what these are. As you can tell, and as you were told while you were in the dining area below, you were told not to stay here. You're decently sure whatever these potions were meant for Zarel and Gilgamesh.
Yep.
And the third one, you have no idea.
The third one, I don't know, but judging by the glowing that's happening here.
What glowing, guys?
Glowing.
Ooh, glowing.
Oh,
Glowing.
y'all can't see that. Okay, I guess I
mean,
have
you've
some
been pretty
detective
good with
vision.
potions.
Mm.
Yeah, you have some kind of
So,
potion
Those
vision.
two potions over there, to me, they're glowing, and you two are glowing, meaning that those two potions were meant for you two. That's why she didn't want us to stay here.
You can
She would have had to
just-
given you those potions.
She
The Countess,
would have given
more than likely. I mean, they're in her room, aren't they?
what to aid the Duke.
She's been here aiding the Duke in some way. We are aware of that, at least.
Someone else to watch out for. So what are these potions? Can you tell?
I can't tell what they are, but definitely don't drink them.
Probably was advised, but is there a reason?
If they're connected to like the ritual or whatever, he wanted you to and tried to eat you two. So I'm sure it has something to do with that.
Whatever it is, it appears to be powerful magic. Perhaps you should hold on to them. And whoever
Yeah,
was
I'll-
the third one was meant for.
I'll be able to tell very discreetly who it was for. If I held on to it, that is.
What interesting and confusing power sets you have.
It's all the coin.
Hmm.
Or at least this is anyway.
Flutter, 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 flutter. Bloop.
They're right, though. We should keep them.
Felice seems to make their way over and floats in front of where your coin would be on your chest, as they stare towards your shirt for a moment before fluttering back over toward Gilgamesh.
It is nothing I have knowledge of, but it is a curious magical item. I also have no idea what could possibly be going on here. That being said, if you do have some kind of insight, then that is perfect.
It's good to know.
Some kind of insight. Hello, I have one. Thank you.
I have one insight, thank you very much.
One?
Scoff. A shot.
So I guess the key will, unless other people want to hold their potions, I guess he'll just take them and put them in his inventory.
Okay. I will give you 3 potions that I will name later. Da-da-da-da. But
Yeah.
you have plenty of inventory space for them. Bloop.
Look at this, I got that, and that. Well, you know what?
Perfect.
There we go. Perfect.
You do not find the Countess anywhere here, though. And again, most of this area seems completely clean. Where you would see papers right here and like an ink thing, that's gone. Where you would see, again, like any sort of ruffled sheets, those are gone. It does not look as if the Countess ever actually stayed in anything here.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully we can find out more about her at some other point. I'm actually kind of glad that we found these, at least. Those would have just been sitting here and, oh, the peace takers would have tried to do stuff with them.
The less we give them to use against us, the better.
Mm-hmm.
Things can be so deceptive. when they think they have the advantage over you.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it ever mattered in the end, but best not to take chances now, I suppose. At any rate, are we done here? Have we searched every nook and cranny for any secret? Any more poisons?
I mean, obviously there are some rooms that we never went into, but I think we're pretty much done here, yeah. I'm done with this fucking place.
Such as these
whatever.
rooms here that we're gonna open up because I want to.
Open them up.
Behold the map.
More toilets.
Another
There was a chair?
What?
Oh, hey, look, there's the meeting room.
There's a chair and holy shit,
There's a
another one.
demon statue in that?
Yep.
Wait. There's 4? There's
Why the
4.
fuck are there
For a
4?
super secret
It
ending.
had-
You get to
it had-
murder. You get to murder Mega
There's
Hitler.
stairs.
You
It's a stairwell. It's hiding
Oh
a
my
fucking
God.
stairwell.
Don't worry about it.
So the one we thought was a hidden stairwell over here in the treasure room was actually over fucking here. God damn it.
As well,
I fucking hate this place.
there's also this area over here. So let's go ahead and bloop.
Oh, your Sarah's room. They have many pairs of shoes.
Yeah. There is also the guest room over in Ya, where you guys would have got Norded.
This is where we would have been Norded.
Oh, now Market's getting ordered.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Then
Now
there
then.
was these rooms here. This one down here. This little shed, very shed-like. Then there was
Shed.
like, the little kitchen rooms, doing
Leading
little
into the
kitchen room
depths.
things. Then there was the other little guardhouse out here. You can see how I like to fucking get them out. They're just
Fill in
all
squares.
squares. There's a little skeleton in here.
What, is there just a fucking corpse in that bar?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, there's a box in there. Yeah, okay.
And I think that's everything except for
Except the depths. That's all.
which
One of these
would
other
be
A
Nothing.
fake.
bloop,
A hole.
and
hole.
bloop.
Oh.
It's a little meat cellar.
Oh, it's where you prep
Oh.
meat. Okay.
This is where the meat goes. The meat
And-
cellar.
You guys were
Wow.
told about this one.
Oh yeah, the way inside the
We
barracks.
Yeah.
All right.
We had several
Wow.
avenues of getting into this place.
We got a meat hole and a meat tunnel, hell yeah.
Anyway,
You guys would make your way out.
good finds.
As you do, you guys would make your way over toward your guys' truck. At this point, there are several people who do not want to be here.
Let's get her in the
I
truck.
see one
and
of
also
them right
my
over
armor.
here.
You guys
Her
would
name's
find,
Sarah.
and you are correct. You would find that over by your truck would be several people that you do know. One of which is one of the other people that were around here. They seem to be mostly standing over by where Rosa is. As they watch both Rosa and Artemis, as well as Suzaru. As you guys would all approach the truck, you guys are wondering for a moment if you actually can all fit in there. It is rather snug, but you guys could all fit in there.
We can make it work.
If you guys had to bring the chests with you, you probably wouldn't.
We tie him to the roof. It's fine.
You find that there are several instances of people having to sit on each other's laps.
I've been on this before. It's fine.
Artemis seems like the one to sit on the lap.
Artemis drapes himself over the lap of Ragna and the knight
Suit of
armor.
armor.
As you guys would all cram into one truck, it is not great.
We need
It's
to
not
acquire
wonderful.
a larger vehicle.
Or more vehicles.
I'm sorry,
As before-
I would offer to sit out, but I don't want to be around these people.
Ever.
That's perfectly fine.
We really should reconstruct that airship.
You guys just see Rosa, who's like looking back and forth, looking to the large fucking statue that's beside of them and trying not to draw attention to it. The fact that you guys have a large statue in the truck with them.
Here's our large statue.
We steal a
And
statue.
a chair.
Too. All right, her stat. All right, and the chair, and it's,
You would
What?
find the chair
By right
would
of-
be the chair would be where they would put the they would have put the statue on.
what? By
That's
right
funny.
of conquest, I get to pick my spoils. I wanted the chair.
That is precisely what I wanted.
Congratulations.
There are other things, but that can wait.
As you guys would all cram in. Good job.
Good job, Prescott. No,
Despite how cramped it
Good
is,
job,
this truck
Jim.
is actually pretty fucking big.
Yeah, it's a rather it's meant for hauling cargo. Like it is
It's a cargo truck.
it is rather long.
Is it one of those that is like
There are no
Like
seats in the back, like 4 rows of this. The
is
only
it one of
seat
those that
in the
has
back,
a roof or
it does have a roof, yes.
okay, it's one of those cargo trucks.
The
Got it.
only the only seats that are in the back 4 rows is the throne that Gilgamesh took.
And he is currently sitting in it.
If Gilgamesh
Yes.
wants
Or
to go
like
into the back sitting in that, he can. We'll move Prescott up to the front because Prescott will
sitting
be
there in
one
the
of the
chair,
only
just-
other people here who can actually drive.
Sitting there in a chair, has a goblet he somehow got with a slushy.
As you guys would take off down to the south of this place, you guys would look back as you would note more and more of the peace takers would make their way into this area. As you would see large trucks making their way here, carrying enough people inside of these suits, you guys now get the full scale of the amount of people that Tor has under their thumb. You have remembered that a lot of these guys were off exploring most parts of the central city. They seem to have, as far as the people that are covered in these armors, very close to around 3 dozen of them. At least as far as you can see here, if they didn't leave any of them back behind at the other base. They seem to have came to this place as if they were ready for a full-on assault on this area.
They were ready to blow this place down to smithereens.
What good is the armor if it's so slow to move in?
Well, a lot of them stayed back to go and get all the people who were leaving, if you remember what she was saying. The people who were escaping from this place.
Oh yeah, I guess those were a priority for some reason.
As you guys make your way back down the road heading off toward the library, Prescott would watch as all of them made their way through. Again, the armors inside of the trucks, some of them with roofs, some of them without. He would be watching over to it. I mentioned it before, but the technology from my world, it ain't something that you want to mess too much with. My world,
Makes sense.
before me, way before anyone related to me, had destroyed itself far before I was born.
No, tragic.
They left us behind with those things. I know that the peace takers have changed some of it. But whenever I first got here, I really should not have let them know how those things worked.
It's surprising just how many survived.
They didn't survive. after they've looked them over and after they found out how exactly they went down, a lot of them were made.
That makes more sense.
I only worry about if some of my stuff that we haven't found is still around. Let's just hope they don't find any power cells. These suits, right now, with those flamethrowers are fine. If they get their hands on any sort of nuclear power...
Nuclear, huh?
Fusion.
I think you mentioned that
assume
before.
would be bad.
Fusion. A lot of it, but yeah. I don't hate that woman, but I do not trust anyone with tech from my world.
I can only imagine.
You can have the greatest of intentions and still that stuff will turn on you. He turns his head looking toward the ones who are making their way throughout the roads. Now that the peace takers no longer have to worry about this toll road, they are now expanding outwards. Congratulations, peace takers. You are gaining more ground. Tor, I'm going to be leveling you up between games.
Go, girl, go.
Their greatest battle, holding back tears that they weren't part of the battle.
As everything is said and done, you guys get back to the library, going and potentially speaking to Michelle and telling them everything that had gone down. Maybe setting yourselves ready to take off to go other places in the city, but mostly to get some rest, as a couple of you were almost devoured today.
Yeah?
As you make your way into the bubble of protection that is around your place, I think we're going to be ending things there for today. And
Woo!
next time we will see if we can go through any of the people that you guys have brought here, see what they might be able to help you with, see if any of them have any skills you guys might want to learn from, or if they have any things they can do to aid out the people who have made this place their home. And if you guys want to just immediately take off again, there are plenty of places you guys now know you can go. You are one egg away from potentially having Siphius aid you, which is pretty cool.
And isn't it like an extra egg as well?
Yeah, you guys have two other ideas where an egg could be. It could be over at the museum area, but it could also be over at the prison area. As all of that information seems to sit about, waiting for you guys to figure out things to do. The last thing we see as we make our way back to this place, sitting in the guest house, waking with a start. Ah! Oh! What is it? He looks around the room. Was it all a dream?
Oh no.
Did I do it? Master, I will go write about this in my diary. As he stands up, makes his way back, standing outside, met with a large guard man pointing a flamethrower at him. He puts his hands up and is taken for questioning. Thanks to a certain diary that may or may not have his name on it. He is brought before Tor.
So, you probably have an idea of these experiments detailed here. Tell me everything. And with that, we'll end things off here. Hope you guys have a good time. Thank you guys for showing up. And until next time, guys, like always, later days.
Ah, the French!